Welcome to the Nomad Network, your first stop for complete and comprehensive Chicago Bears football coverage. Dive deep into analyses, updates, and all things Bears. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss a beat. Thank you in advance for your support. We promise to bring you the best because together we're unstoppable. Go Bears!
Yo, no maniacs. Welcome into this special edition.
No, it'll be available after 5 o'clock.
All right. Welcome to the special edition. That's okay. That's okay, man. It's live, man. We had things happen.
I'm sorry, say that again, Roger. My bad, bro.
Welcome to the special edition of Feed the Bears, where we do our job to feed you, the Bears. It's breaking news content, and we got breaking news right off the top. We knew we needed help. We know we need help in a couple different places, but one in particular was an edge rusher group. And so far, let me go ahead and put the ticker up so everybody can see it. There's the breaking news. The Bears trade a 6th-round pick to Cleveland for defensive end Joe Tyron Shoyinka. Bears receive a 7th in return. Let me get an image of him up in just a second. Matter of fact, let me just do that now. So I know a lot of people do not know who this guy is. As a matter of fact, we were just talking about that backstage. But this is him. I love this freaking football player. Number one, he played in of course, Tampa Bay, but his most recent team was Cleveland. This guy's a player, man. He's 6'5", 260 pounds. And before I get carried away, I'm almost feeling like I'm on the show doing this by myself. Let me pass this thing on to 2 birthday boys before we even get busy into the show, man. I'm gonna pass it on to Triple R first. Is his actual birthday today? Get right, cuz.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah, boy. Happy birthday, boy. Happy birthday, boy. Happy birthday, boy.
What up, though? Big up to all watching now, all the No Maniacs. Make sure you are subscribed to the channels broadcasting now, the Nomad Network at Kez the Canuck, or is Kez the Canuck on here? I don't know, but big up to Kez. He's always part of the fam, as you know. But the home base of Sports Chicago Style, or the handle, as they are known by here on the YouTube. I don't explain it. I just tell you. At Triple RSCS. Big up to everybody. It is a brother's birthday. Appreciate it. It's like, I'll let your boy. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Get busy. It's my birthday. It's like, yeah, twerk for your boy. Twerk it, twerk it, twerk it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. There it is. But yeah, we're here for the trade deadline. It's not a holiday, but it's like a special occasion. And we got Joe Tyron Shoyinka. For here, 4th known will be JTS. Is that agreeable to everyone? JTS.
That's cool.
All right. So yeah, that's what we got going today, and to see if Ryan Poles has any other moves to be had, especially with the. I mean, is this just a replacement for Deo? And is there still a move to be made? Or I don't know. And the trade deadline is in a few hours. So make sure you're logged in and share all of this good stuff, if you will. All of the networks previously mentioned. And let's go, boys. Bear down. Let's go. We won a shootout last week, baby. Let's go.
And by the way, I just found out yesterday that it happened to be a certain other person's birthday on Halloween that just passed. Go ahead, get right, cuz. Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? Holla at your boy. Yes, that's right. It's the Bishop. I have actually kind of been in a little hiatus, just chilling out, figuring some things out. But yes, my birthday was on Halloween. Trick and treat for sure.
Happy belated. You're tricking them off, ain't you?
Man, baby, look at here.
Hey, but Bishop,
what's going on,
Bishop, it ain't tricking off if you got it.
And you know this, baby. But check this out. I tell everybody, I'm a groovy ghoulie. You know what I'm saying? You dig? So look at here. I'm excited. I am definitely excited. Today is trade deadline day. I have a couple wish lists, on my wish list. I was surprised by this one. Um, I have to admit, I'm not as familiar with this young man as Nomad is, but I'm hoping that this isn't the only move. There's one or two other moves I would like to see us make in terms of positions, one
Oh.
being running back, one being in the secondary.
Wait,
But other
running
than
back.
that,
You wait, hold on. You don't believe in Manangai?
oh no, that's my dude. No, Malanga, my dude, man. But I just think, man, we need to. We look, man, Rashawn Johnson, man. We right now we
True,
down to two. We down to two guys, man. What three?
true.
I forgot about Brown. I forgot about Brown.
Yeah,
Brown did
Brown looked nice. He was
Brown,
like the
Brown did
lightning to Manangai's thunder.
yeah. So we actually might be good at running back, but with the loss of Kyle, I think, man, we need to seriously consider somebody that can play both safety and slot corner.
True.
That's just me.
Let me update
But
everybody.
I'm gonna let No Man kick us off and get us going into it so we can get into this flow, baby. Let's do this.
No, we good, man. Happy birthday to both of you boys, man. Y'all know I love the shit out of y'all. Excuse my language. I just messed it up already, Trip. I love y'all, man. And I hope y'all. I hope
talk about this.
yes, man.
Put
I hope
that $5 in the jar, No Man. Put $5 in the jar.
I'm the most potty mouth on here, and that's saying something with Trip on the show.
Right?
Listen, man. Let me update everybody. As you can see, ticking on the bottom, we got breaking news. The Bears trade a 6 to Cleveland for defensive end Joe Tryon Shoyinka. The Bears receive a 7th round pick in return. Yeah, I do know quite a bit about him. I remember him when he was coming out, studied him. And he came out in 2021. I think somewhere around, I think he got drafted pretty early. Don't get me to lie to you and tell you what round he was drafted in, but he was drafted pretty early. Man, this is a player, dog. They just so happen to be in Tampa. They draft defense very well in Todd Bowles' system. They draft defensive front very well. Let's just say they draft the entire defense very well. It's one of the special teams those special defenses in the league that kind of go unnoticed, but they had extra pieces. And so they was able to let him go in a contract year to Cleveland. Go ahead, Bishop.
I just looked it up. He was drafted in the first round.
First round.
By the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 2021 NFL draft.
See? First round. I knew I was going to say a second because I wasn't sure, but I just said nothing just because I didn't know. But I knew he was a high draft pick. The dude can play. Now,
he played for the Washington Huskies as well. That's the college he attended. Yep.
Because now Tampa Bay, they got big boy down there, a Samoan brother. What's his name? On the D line.
Yeah, I can't think of that young. I can't.
Vita Vea.
Yeah,
he's a D tackle. This is an end right here.
All right, now who else they got on the D line down there that he's behind that he can't get on the field?
Well, they drafted I can't think of his name, but it's number 0. But I was really, really high on him when he came out. I believe I was still messing around with the Barroom Network at the time and studying them all. And I pointed it out to Aldo, trying to think of his name. He's number 0 for the Bucks. They drafted him maybe a year or two afterwards, maybe the next year, and he ended up being a guy that he was expendable. So they got some some draft capital for him. But this just because he got traded don't mean this dude he can play, man. He can play. I'm just telling you guys right now. Do not sleep on.
I can get it. I get. Okay, but there's a blockbuster trade. Would you like to hear it?
Talking about Sauce? Go ahead.
Do we have any graphics? No,
I don't have any graphic for Sauce.
All right. The Cowboys are trading for Jets Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quentin Williams and sending a first-round pick and more to the Jets per insiders. A new home for the NFL's best team that values interior defensive linemen as the Jets build for the future per Ian Rappaport as of 3 minutes ago.
I got my eye on a live tracker too.
Hey, Quentin was also the Bears was in on that too. They did make a call to the Jets regarding Quentin and Williams as well. That was reported about an
Yeah, but
hour and a half
would
ago.
Sunday would
No, no, no,
either
no,
of
no, no,
you
no, no,
or
no,
the
sir.
Nomaniacs, also the Nomaniacs out here in the chat, big up to you all joining us in the afternoon. Y'all asses know y'all at work, so y'all keep the shit on the low because sometimes there may be foul language like Nomad or I just said. So big up to all of you, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel at the Nomad Network at Keds of Canuck, as well as at Sports Chicago Style, or the handle, the actual at, I don't know, YouTube. I just work here.
Hey,
Triple R SCS.
hey,
So yeah, this is the breaking news alert, and if there are, we'll keep you updated. So yeah, if you're on at work, make sure you keep those earbuds in.
hey, Trip, what trade tracker are you looking at?
What do you call that? Twitter? His mama named it Twitter. Mama called it Twitter.
All right. All right. So here's my thing, man. I think we just got to steal. He's in a contract year, so it's basically a like it was in Cleveland. It's a 1-year prove it, and so this might be a piece for later on down the road. We'll see, man. I think it's literally going to be, hey, man, can you? I know one thing: he can equally affect the quarterback, and he can equally affect the running game as well. Because you can't play in Todd Bowles' defense in Tampa if you cannot. Just telling you right now, he can shed blocks pretty well, man. But this is a stud football player. Don't get it twisted. He just got moved. Go ahead.
But I also saw a little bit of I did before we jumped on. I did get a chance to catch a few highlights. He can also drop in the coverage some too, man. So he can help out with the in that line, as far as the linebacker, man. He can get to help out in that second level. So yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. From what I've saw, far as highlights and things, I haven't had a chance to watch any film on him, but the highlights I've seen on him, yeah, I think you might be right on this one, my man. I think we might have a steal.
I don't know. I don't give a damn about him dropping in the coverage. We need somebody to get after the quarterback.
That too.
So no. Yes, that too. That might be nice in some exotic schemes on the defense where they're blitzing a linebacker and dropping a defensive lineman. But just off rip, I want my defensive lineman to be able to get after the damn quarterback because that's what this defensive is lacking. And with the injury status of our secondary, we need the defensive line to, let's say, do more. Is it fair? No. But we understand that injuries are not an excuse, but they are a reason. And if the D line is allowing 5 seconds for the opposing quarterback to find somebody open, he's going to find somebody open. And then if you have to blitz on the part of Dennis Allen's play calling, now you're leaving them more vulnerable in the secondary as they're in man coverage. And if a quarterback just lays it out there, now it's a big play. So the defensive line as a front four individually without any blitz augmentation or help, they need to get after the quarterback. And if this kid, JTS, can do it, I'm all for it. And if he can be a building piece going forward, I'm all for it because the compensation given up was, what was the compensation? Anybody got that on the screen right now that we gave up to Tampa for this kid?
Ticking on the bottom.
To Cleveland, right? No,
no, to Tampa Bay.
It's ticking on the bottom.
Oh, Cleveland. No, wait, because there was a 6th-round pick that the Bears gave up, but the Bears also received this player and a 7th-round pick.
It's all on the ticker.
So they get a player and a pick in exchange for a pick, basically, right?
Basically, you got a 6th-rounder and an extra 7. You gave away a 6 and you got a 7 and a player.
So you get a player and a pick for giving away a pick.
Can't be. That's not a man. That's a steal. That is a steal. And I told you, we just talked about it Sunday, Trip. You remember we was talking about the Cleveland Browns defense and how it was chock loaded, full of talent. He's just a rotational piece in that defensive front.
Yeah,
that's the Trip thing about it. And he's a dog. So I'm telling you, that team was chock.
Oh, wait, hold on, time out right there. Nomad. So I want the official clip right here. Be prepared to write this down in your notes to clip it up for the YouTube shorts and everybody else's shorts. Is Joe Tyron Shoyinka, JTS, stamp of approval as a nomad dog.
Oh, he's a dog. He was that when he was drafted, man. I studied him. You know, I do know a little bit about him, man. He's big. Number one, he's 6'5", 260. He fits the bill. That's exactly what Dennis Allen is looking for. Somewhere between, 6'5", over 260 at least. And you can play in this defense, man. He's a stud, man. He's a stud. He's been playing in the 3-4. As of recent, he played 8 games with Cleveland, but he's coming right back to the 4-3 system he started his NFL career down in Tampa. So it's going to fit him. And now the question is, and by the way, man, since we are on the watch looking for if the Bears make another move, we do know that we need a cornerback, right? We know that we need some help in that cornerback room. One little thing I wanted to throw out. Yesterday, I found out that cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. he's got the doctor's release to play football again. So he had a neck injury going on, and he pretty much missed the latter part, I think, last season and all of this year. And so that might be something interesting to keep your eye on, man. Maybe they bring him in for a workout, see what he can bring to the table, but that would not be a bad idea, man.
Well, that explains why I saw recently on some workout videos of Asante. So that's good, man. Dude. I'm not opposed to that, brother. That could be a really good move, man. A nice sneaky move at that.
Could be why everything is quiet right now. I'm feeling like they have to do something else in the cornerback room. Well, if they don't, go ahead, Trip.
No, well, Asante Samuel, that would be a good signing because it's only a signing, so there may be some cap maneuvering that needs to be done, but it's not giving up any draft capital. So it's a kid coming back from injury. And all right, kid, here's a few $1 million. Are you back healthy? And then if he proves that he comes back healthy, then you extend him further. He can be a part of the defense going forward, or he can just help himself. But it would be a good signing because our secondary is injured and the players that are out there are kind of lackluster. So any help would be fruitful, whether it be a free agent such as himself and or a trade.
Yeah, it's we got options there. I don't know. Is
Asante Samuel a better option than Deshaun Wright and or Nick McLeod?
See, the thing about Asante Samuel is knowing what he is as a cornerback. I would say, just studying him, I say he's more of a zone-based corner than he is. He could play man-to-man. He's just like his dad. He can play man-to-man, but thus far in the league, that's kind of the system that he flourishes in. Not to say that he can't come in here and play a dominantly man system here with Dennis Allen, because I think he can. It's just about, at this point, it would be about, okay, how healthy do we think he is? Getting the doctors to run him through batteries of tests and making sure he's available. Asante Samuel on this team is better than the Bears without him. Let's just say that. But I do think he's more.
But my question is he better right now, even though it's kind of questionable as he is just returning from injury, but is he better than Nick McLeod and or Deshaun Wright?
Not at this very moment, because he doesn't know what he needs to know. Those guys are better because they know everything. So it would take several weeks for him to get in here and play some football for him to get to either one of those guys' level. They know too much. So that's just the way I see that. Mm-hmm. But eventually, once he's up to speed, he can outplay him. He's a ball hawk, man, just like his father was.
Yeah,
straight ball hawk. Right. He's one of the kings of takeaway. He came into the league, one of the leaders in the takeaways. He was drafted by the Chargers a few years ago. Amen to that, Squeegee.
Yeah, that injury hurt him a lot. So look, man, I like the young man. It'd be nice if we could sneak in and offer him some money to come on over and prove that he still got it.
That's the tricky question is what. Okay, you bring in a guy, he's basically on the streets and free for anybody to sign. What do you offer a guy like that coming off of that kind of injury? Yeah, a couple, $2-3 million just because.
Yeah.
That's just what I wouldn't
Three,
give him
four,
two.
4 mil at the most. No more than 4 mil. But preferably that 2 to 3 mil would be good.
Well, there's what 7 million and change right now in salary cap available. So if there are no restructurings, that's what there is to work with.
All right. Well, let me update everybody again since we all here, man. 400, almost 450 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. We are also streaming on Sports Chicago Style Stop, and please show my man Triple R on his birthday some love by hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. So the breaking news is the Bears, you see it ticking on the bottom. The Bears have traded a 6th-round pick to the Cleveland Browns for defensive end Joe Tryon Shoyinka. The Bears received a 7th in return for that pick. That's good, man. The fact that they got a 7th rounder. Yeah, I know people don't think too much of it, but
they don't think too much of a 6th-round pick either.
I do.
Man, look, you better pay attention to some 7th and 6th rounders because there's quite a few of them in the Hall of Fame. But more importantly, we have a 7th rounder that is balling out. That balled out for us just on Sunday. So don't get it twisted. Just because where you got picked up don't mean you can't ball.
But and overall, let's say we're critiquing Ryan Poles right now without knowing how JTS will turn out as a player, but getting a player plus a 7th-round pick in exchange for a 6th-round pick, is that a good deal?
Oh, yeah. Just think about, I know you guys don't know exactly who he is and how he plays, but if you want to take my word for it, you see the caliber of football player you're getting, and all you did was give up a 6th-round pick, and you got a 7th in return. This guy is dynamic, man. He can get after the passer, affect the quarterback, and he can drop in covers, as my guy Bishop said earlier. That's dynamic, man. That gives the defense a lot of latitude, the coordinator, the guy scheming up shit, a lot of latitude when you got this kind of big football player that can drop into space and affect the quarterback that way too. And so I think people give a little too much credence to that one composited number is sacks. And there's so many different ways guys like him can affect the football game. So many different ways. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to take my word for this, just know we got a steal. Ryan Poles don't get a lot of credit for the things that he does, but this is a steal. Trust me when I tell you.
Well, I mean, this kid was a former 1st-round pick, right?
Yeah. Think about that. And it's not, he didn't get traded, and I have to emphasize this. He didn't get traded to Cleveland because he could not play. They were just overloaded at the position as Cleveland came in and pounced on the opportunity. And so this guy, because that defense over there is so deep, he ended up being a rotational piece. That does not take away. He's usually healthy. He plays hella football, man. He plays with his hair on fire, and he's got a motor to him. I'm telling you guys, wait till you see this guy. Start watching some highlights. You're going to see what I mean.
Okay, cool. Now, y'all, I'm confused on this presentation from Ian Rappaport, but there's been another deal involving 17 minutes ago, Blockbuster, the Cowboys are trading for Jets Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quentin Williams, sending a 1st-round pick and more to New Jersey per the insiders, along with a 2nd round and a future 1st-rounder. The Jets are trading for defensive tackle Mozzie Smith.
I was just about to say, Triple R, because they got Quentin Williams, that makes Mozzie Smith available. And just like that, here he goes to the Jets. Just like that.
So essentially they swapped tackles.
Basically.
Okay.
And then gave up a boatload to get it.
Yeah, that seems kind of pricey, but okay. I mean, did y'all watch that Cowboys game last night? Is this player, something that will stem the tide against the onslaught of deficiencies that they have? Shout out Flus, I see you.
He's gonna help. But ain't nothing gonna stop them from getting that buck. They're gonna get belt to bottom. Period. Quentin Williams is good, but he ain't that good to stop what problems they have, man. They just
Yeah, man. They need stitches, a tourniquet, and some other things, man, to stop the bleeding that's going on in Dallas right now.
man, Quentin
Well,
Williams.
hey, but Flus finally got his defensive tackle. So, now his defense should move according to. But, Jerry Jones had picks to trade and play with because of the Micah Parsons and Green Bay deal. So it's not surprising that they are the first, well, not the first, but the bigger name, let's say, trades going on, as the Bears have made a trade for JTS, Joe Tyron Shoyinka. Yeah, you didn't know who he was either. Stop fronting. But yeah, no, Matt, did you check out that private chat? But yeah, big up to everybody who's watching, tuned in right now, as it is trade deadline day of the NFL, which is not a holiday, but it should be, because it's like, hey, our team is in contention or our team sucks, and we need to flip some of these players for draft capital to get out from under the cap and build anew. So there's going to be, or we hope that there is a lot of movement today, and we thank you for joining us on the mid-afternoon broadcast here as we go live. The Bishop, Nomad, and your boy Triple R in the place to be. What up, though? So make sure you are subscribed on the Nomad Network on at Kaz Canuck and at Triple RSCS, aka Sports Chicago Style. And a shout out to the crew at Sports Chicago Style, Coach Tripping, Chef Trips, and Trip, as they all have their own a program of fine content to bring to you, as you see on the screen right now. Make sure you are subscribed to at Chef Trips, who does, make his appearances here on the Nomad Network the last Wednesday of every month. MFer in the kitchen, as he does it live with different menu items, and the last few inspired by the chat. So No Maniacs, a shout out to y'all as well.
I like what Smitty. I love Smitty Q's statement here, because that is a very, very good way to put it, Smitty.
What do you say?
He's saying Shoyinka is a more polished version of Austin Booker.
And stop it.
That would be very true. He's got a couple more years in the league.
Because Austin Booker is like a little beast in training. And if he's a more polished little beast in training, I can't wait to see him play.
No, seriously, Trips, when you get a chance, check out, like I said, I saw some highlights. Dude got a motor, man, and he can get at it. So that's why because I was like, who is this dude? So I immediately jumped on it right away before we jumped in the studio. Yeah, he's got that he's got that motor, man. He's got that motor, and again, he fits all the measurables for a Dennis Allen defense. So,
but now here's a question. I know
real
it's
quick,
from
before you go, Trip, let me mention, shout out to Ellen Johnson, man. My first time ever seeing you in the chat. Welcome to the community, man. Come on in, man. We're gonna love on everybody, man. Welcome on in. Go ahead.
Question from has anyone, well, I don't know if anyone here on the panel of the Bishop or Nomad, but has anyone of the Nomaniacs in the chat seen the reaction to the fan base of Tampa Bay? Do they view him as a bust or view him as a player that just didn't get the opportunity? How are they looking at this trade because of him being a former first round pick? So I know they gotta feel some kind of way about it, to be traded away, for a 6th round pick and a 7th, or the deal that happened. But it's a 1st round pick. So how are they feeling about losing him right now?
Oh, I remember when he got traded, they didn't like it, but it's a money situation for them, and they knew he was coming in a contract year. Can we pay him? They decided to go back into the draft instead of giving him the money that they knew he deserved, and they let him go. And so the fan base, in Tampa, I've seen a few comments on Twitter. They know what it is, man. They just was like, damn, we couldn't give him something. That's just how they felt about it. But yeah, I'm telling y'all.
So they're not calling him a bust.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Hell Look, I'm gonna show you something that Smitty said. And this
What
is
up?
pretty damn accurate as well.
Smitty Q, you on the road, bro?
He says, I've been watching this kid because I watch the Falcons every week. I'm telling you, and he knows that because it's the NFC South. He says every week, this guy averages about every 10 plays, he averages a pressure. At least. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm with it. All right, you know, Ryan Poles, do your thing. I mean, we obviously haven't seen him play. We don't know how he would fit or if he will be tangible at all, but it's a bottom of the, let's say, roster and kind of move. Does he, is he just a, 1-for-1 replacement to the expensive free agent signing of Deo because he went out with the Achilles and he's done for the year? Is this just kind of that replacement? But even before that injury, we were looking for an upgrade at the defensive end / edge position, as well as now I would think cornerback being a need.
Let me color that in for you a little bit. Here's something I don't know that a lot of people knew about Dio, but Dio in the draft process several years ago when he came out had an Achilles injury, right? I don't know what this Achilles injury is, whether it's the same foot. I don't know. I'm not sure about it. I don't know anybody that knows anything about which foot it is, but if it's the same thing, now you got to start thinking about really long-term solutions because you brought Dio in a trade for a long-term solution. If he's got multiple Achilles injuries to the same foot, then how much down the road can you consider Dio Odingbo? So this could definitely be more of a long-term solution for the Chicago Bears.
So this is a JTS is a re-signable option, you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's at the end of his rookie deal, right?
He got to if Dio is, I think you just don't know how well Dio's going to come back. I think they're in a rock and a hard place. I think they almost have to, depending, because you just don't know where Dio's going to be by the time he gets back on the field. It's going to take an entire year, and you can't be dealing with no what ifs at this point in time. You got to have insurance.
All right. Shout out to Smitty Q. He is on the road out there in BFE, Nebraska. And look at this, though. The Jets won it and now have 3 first-round picks in the 2027 draft, in addition to 2 first-round picks in 2026.
Wow.
I
think it's safe to say the Jets are in a fire sale, bro.
Yes.
Anybody from that roster right now? Any of you all would be interested in?
Breece Hall.
No maniacs. Everybody in the chat. If anybody from the Jets roster tickles your fancy, not in that kind of way, you Randy Devils, but that you would like on this Bears roster, throw it up in the chat. Let's see who you would prefer that Ryan Poles gets on the phone, makes that call to New Jersey or New York or wherever the F they're at to make a trade.
Also, man, don't rule out defensive tackle. I'm keeping my eyes and ears out for Justin Simmons at this point. Is it Justin Simmons? No, it's not Justin Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons.
Yes.
Keeping my eye on that situation too, because Cleveland is in a tight spot too. They need a lot of help, and hold on to a guy like that. I don't see that being a big help in the future, man. And he hasn't been on the field. They've been saying he's injured in some kind of way, but I think he's been a healthy scratch. I think they're trying to listen to some phone calls and they didn't put him on the field.
I believe that too. I believe that also. I just looked it up. No, man, there hasn't been anything mentioned about whether it's the same Achilles or not for Dio, but the fact that they haven't said anything lead me to believe it's a possibility that it could be.
If it is, that's bad. And if that's the case, we keep him Shoyinka. I'm just telling you that right now. Ain't gonna be no. You're gonna have to do some salary cap gymnastics and make it happen. You're gonna have to do it, and you're gonna have to get back in the draft and get something. Because one of the other things, Bishop, is we also lost Shamar Turner. And so that's depth.
And Dominique Robinson.
And Don Robinson. They think Don Robinson will be back in a couple weeks, but we'll see.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know. But ever since Ben Johnson called out the training staff, I've been thinking about it, and it's like we get Kyler Gordon back from a muscle strain injury, and then he's gone again. And then it's like Kwani B is coming back from his concussion issues, but he's kind of in this defense right now. Is that a physical thing? Is that just a mental thing? And the new Dennis Allen thing? We don't know. But then we get players back, and then they go down again. And so, TJ Edwards wasn't looking like himself this past week against the Bengals. He was looking like, I don't know. It just I don't know.
He probably broke his hand, bro. He had a club on his hand, man.
Let me jump in on that real quick. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest, man.
Please don't lie to us.
I think what we saw was guys not really able to play how they normally play because of the injuries in the back end of the defense. Think about it, man. When we got Kyler Gordon, that allows a lot of freedom for the linebackers as well as our safeties. When you got guys that you're not completely confident in terms of who's playing the edges, because Stevenson, if anybody hasn't been looking right, it's been Tyreek Stevenson to me, in terms of, I know he's been having to try to not gamble as much, but me personally, I didn't see much wrong with Brisker outside of the fact that I know you want him to be a little more aggressive, but he couldn't be, man. He honestly couldn't be. So in terms of Edmonds, man, I think he played doggone well. It might not show in the numbers as far as the stat lines, man.
And the 42 points they gave up?
That brother, you can't put that on there.
I'm not blaming it all on TJ. I'm just tripping. But I mean, the defense as a whole, 42 points, dog.
The biggest issue that I had with our defense on Sunday, man, is I just felt like we should have got more pressure on a 40-year-old QB that and for whatever reason our pass rush was not there until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Well, then it was kind of, I think I can say this in PG because it's a colloquial expression. It was balls to the wall, get to the quarterback, because they knew what they were doing. There wasn't any kind of, the run. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So at that time of the game, it was just kind of like, let's go get them. But I would also like just to add, because I have seen here in the chat from the No Maniacs and the Super No Maniacs. And if you're not a Super No Maniac, Nomad will tell you how to do that in a minute. But the Jets have offers on the table for many who are requesting Breece Hall, running back, and edge player Jermaine Johnson, who the Bears are also thought to be in the category of, acquiring. So those are two players.
I would be totally against that. He stays too injured. He's coming back from, I think, either ACL or an Achilles, one of the two this year. So I'd be careful with that if I'm Ryan Poles. Just being honest with
you. Yeah, I'm with you on that. No, what
do you think about Breece Hall? Nomad, Breece Hall.
Hell yeah, you take that. You jump all over that that's your running back of the future. If DeAndre Swift isn't, that's your running back one.
I know earlier in the season, per his camp, I saw on X or Twitter that he
his mama named it Twitter, call it Twitter.
On Twitter, that Breece Hall had a liking for the Chicago Bears. So let's see.
He's teasing on Twitter that he might be. Somebody's telling him he's probably gonna get moved, so he's teasing on Twitter. I'm seeing this shit right now.
Wait, who Breece Hall is?
Yeah.
What is he teasing?
He's basically like waiting for himself to. You have to see the meme he put up.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's you. And by the way, man, for all the people that like the content and want to support what we do, easy way to do it right here. All you gotta do is scan this code. Let me take this banner down right quick. Scan this code, man, and become a no maniac or a super no maniac. No maniac is only the 99-cent tier, as easy as you can get it. That's one quick way. Don't think that dollar don't go a long way, because it does. Help us out, man. Grab yourself a membership. If you really want to be generous, get you a $4.99 membership and help the channel out, man. We produce this content, but it does cost. There are all costs involved. And so any and all support that you can give us, we will welcome that. Scan this code. It will take you directly to the home page, and from there, it'll tell you how to become a member. You just hit a button and follow the instructions. That's simple. But thank you all for being here, man. We still on the lookout. Let me put the ticker back up. Give me a second. Put the ticker back up, and I'll recap what we have right now. So far, breaking news is the Bears trade a 6th-round pick to the Cleveland Browns for Joe Tryon Shoyinka, not Tyron. Bears receive a 7th round in return. 7th rounder in return. I think this is a very, very good pickup, man. I can't imagine with the need that we have. You would have thought, Bishop and Tripp, that everybody in the league knows that the Bears need some help at edge rusher. So you get that call from the Bears, you expect them to freaking fleece them for that, because they kind of got him over the barrel a little bit. But that's not at all what happened here. That's not at all what happened here. We got a dog player with a hell of a motor, just a hell of a football player for only a 6th-round pick. And then you got a 7th back in return.
Well, that's what I want kids to talk about this week on, or not this week, but tomorrow this week on some extra sauce. Is this kid, JTS, was a 1st-round pick. And we're not only just giving up a pick for him, we're getting a pick in return. I would like kids, the businessman, the mind, the financial genius that he is from north of the border, Canada, elbows up, let's go, to explain how this deal works, because what is Tampa Bay really getting in return? A 6th-round pick, but then still giving up a pick subsequently? I mean, who gets fleeced here? Who won this trade kind of thing?
I think
how does that work?
I think what you want to know is what he's going to cost on the market. And I'm just going to give you a quick guess. And I'd say anywhere between 7 and 10 million.
Oh, so that's reasonable.
7 to 10 million. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So about 8 million. If you go high, you're in the 9 to 10 neighborhood.
I mean, so this is he's an upgrade over, let's say, even a Dom Rob.
Oh yeah. And Dom Rob played some good football for us recently. But yeah, that's absolutely. Oh yeah. Yeah, Dom Rob is not in his. He's not in his tier.
All right, now is he same tier or upgrade or downgrade over Dale?
As a pass rusher, upgrade on the edge. Now Dio, I think he was eventually going to end up sliding in as a D tackle. They'll play him on the edge, but I think he was going to end up, his primary role was going to be as a D tackle. I think that's what they're learning about him. That's something I said, Trips. You heard me say it before when we got him. I was like, he played better defensive tackle than he played edge, and that's come to be true.
Right on. Yeah, because it looks like also before he got injured for the season with his ACL, Shamar Turner, 2nd-round pick, was looking more like they liked him better at edge than D tackle. Yeah. So, it's this. Understandably, this season is in progress, and we want to see a productive winning team. But, part of my mind, is telling me no, but I'm sorry, that's a different thing. But part of my mind, if you want to see other parts of my mind, Sports Chicago style at RRSCS, is telling me though that this is still the coaches are still trying to figure out what they have in these players and the abilities and what these players can do. So there, it's like, oh, Deo looks better back on the inside. Shamar looks a little better on the outside. So they're still feeling things out. And if we are in a position that we are now as a team at 5-3, actually in the hunt. You heard the Chicago Bears right now. If you look at any graphic for the playoffs for this season, are in the hunt.
Shout out to
JT,
Booker. Shout out to Booker. I ain't seen Booker in a couple of weeks. It's been a while, man.
Booker, big up.
Oh man, what's going on, Book?
Indeed. But if JTS can be an upgrade over somebody that we've had, or like a Dom Rob, who's supposed to come back with an ankle injury in 4 weeks or whatever. But yeah, I look forward to it. And it seems like it's a good deal. It helps this season. And if he proves himself, he's reasonably priced going forward, and he's an upgrade over what we have. And it wasn't expensive draft capital wise going forward. So I think this is a good deal, and I would assume that the kid will be on the field, Sunday against the Giants. So we're gonna see pretty soon what he has to offer.
Hey, really quick, man. I'll just ask you guys this question. Do you think? I think, to be honest with you, without the Dale injury, I don't think they make this move. Do you think they make this move with or without the Dale injury? You think they had to do it anyway? I think they were I think they had to, in my opinion. But what's you guys' take? Let me know in the chat too as well.
I think so. I think Sunday's game showed them that they were still lacking when it comes to getting after the quarterback, and they had no other choice. They had to make a move. That's just my take.
Yeah, you need depth.
That's what it. There's two things here. There needed to be a move made before the injury, and then the injury happened. So, if you do the algebra, geometry, or whatever the hell calculus math that is, that means two moves need to be made, to overcome what was previously needed.
I don't, and without a injury to Shamar, who was starting to look like he was going to get moved out to the edge more often, that's another reason why not to do it, because you want to give him some reps. But yeah, I think they're in a rock and a hard place, and they had to do something. I didn't think, when I found out about the Dial injury, I was just like, they ain't got no choice now. They have absolutely no choice but to do something.
All right, so Nomad, I'm sorry to cut you off, Bishop, but is anybody a college football fan? Either of you two, no maniacs? Because breaking news, James Franklin is headed to Virginia Tech as head coach on a massive 4-year, $7.8 million a year deal.
It's good for him, James Franklin.
So any Hokies fans, go ahead.
Good coach, man. I like that coach. He got really close at Penn State, man. I think the quarterback ended up hamstringing him. I think he's one of the better coaches in the country, to me, by a long shot. Great recruiter, great with getting talent in his jurisdiction, wherever. What do they call the Pennsylvania, that little area over there? They don't call that the tri-state, do they?
Yeah. Well, there's the Bermuda Triangle. There's the North Carolina Duke Triangle thing. North Carolina State, I think. Then there's a triangle with New York, Philly. So I don't know which triangle you're referring to.
Well, either way, he does well on the eastern part of the country. There's some high-end talent. I mean, very high-end. Florida and Texas and all those places are always known for all the, extremely high-level athletes. But I'm telling you right now, the Eastern Seaboard over in that direction it's a hotbed for talent. Philly, Pennsylvania, the DC area. It's just so many good football players, and he used to own that over there. And I think he'll do the same thing over at Virginia Tech. He'll tear it up.
Right on. Bishop, any thoughts?
I'm happy for him. I think he's a good coach, man. I think it should be good, man. We'll see, man. It's hard to say, man. I don't think these guys get enough credit, man, in terms of the things that they have to deal with now, how NIL has really changed college football. So you kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want to try to build, in terms of bringing guys in with your youth. But then again, you got these guys that you want to win now, especially all these programs want to win now. So it's almost like you have to infuse your program with NIL. But everybody's so impatient, man. I just hope he gets an opportunity to show that he's actually a pretty damn good coach. So I'm happy for him, man. Time will tell.
Loving Smitty's comment here. He says, talking about James Franklin, he said he just has to lock down the Virginia Beach, Eastern Seaboard, DMV area, Eastern Seaboard, and he's fine. That's exactly right. Smitty's on damn fire today, boy. I tell you that.
He's on the road on fire out there in BFE. But I tell you this though, it's good for this young coach here in the Virginia area. But I tell you, I wouldn't mind being a fire coach like what's my man from LSU, because he's sitting on swole for the next few years, on stacks, on M's.
He should have never gotten that job in the first place. I didn't agree with that hire because I didn't feel like he fit the culture anyway. So for me,
what's his name?
Brian Kelly. He's an offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that job, man. And they kept him a year too. Actually, to me, I felt they kept him a year or two too long. So.
All right, so let me update everybody. So everybody that just popped in here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button on both the Nomad Network, and we're also streaming on Sports Chicago Style. Please, if you're new to the channels, please stop out for a second. It's free to hit the subscribe button, and we would definitely appreciate it. But if you do nothing else, make sure you hit the like button on both channels, man. We would appreciate you. Let me update everybody. So the Chicago Bears have traded a 6th-round pick for Joe Tryon. I misspelled it on here. That's why I'm having word salad going on. I misspelled it on. I often do that. JTS, and got a 7th-rounder in return. So this is again, man, we had a need. They took care of it. Wow. I cannot believe that this is the football player we got. I felt like, all right, there's also always an outside chance we could have went big and went after Max Crosby. We could have went after, Hendricks. Excuse me.
His name is still tied to the Bears right now too. While you're talking, man, Max Crosby.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I'm seeing it. I'm looking at it now. That's why I'm tying into, Twitter and a couple other, and yeah.
Oh, and also just an update: running back Breece Hall, according to Jordan Schultz, wants to be traded out of New Jersey.
Who wouldn't be?
What?
I mean, they're having a fire sale right now. Nobody want to be. I'm him. I'm like, man, get me out of here, man. I ain't trying to stick around for this, man.
But now, if you're in New Jersey, how much are you holding out to trade him for? What's the compensation you would want in return?
You're gonna probably get at least a 4th-round pick for
3rd or 4th.
And now, if you're Bears in the Hollis Hall and Ryan Poles, is Breece Hall worth a 3rd or 4th to this roster?
If they can get him, yeah. Hell yeah. And Breece Hall is a dynamic running back. Not only is he a force in between the tackles, he's good outside the tackles. He's great in wide zone. He's great in power. And he's a great receiver. I mean, probably has some of the better hands out of any running back in any of the running backs in the league. Breece Hall would be a steal.
Looking at the back half of our schedule.
Hold on, before you go, one second, Bishop. According, the Jets are asking price for Breece Hall is a 3rd-round pick, and thus far, no team has met that price.
What I say, I figured much. I said a 3rd-rounder. But looking at the back half of our schedule, adding him would definitely benefit us, especially as it gets colder out. So, me personally, if we could get him, but I'm not. A 3rd-rounder is, to me, is kind of steep.
Well, that's why there's been no offers at that price as of yet.
Just because if we do make a move for Breece Hall, that doesn't diminish Monangai at all. It's just a 1-2 point.
Yeah. Because I mean, it was so funny that Swift was standing there on the sidelines with his hoodie on, watching Monangai run for 176 yards, and then Britton Brown come in, from the practice squad and run, for a nice little tutty, off the left tackle. And Swift is standing there chewing his toothpick like, yay! Oh, shoot. Yay! Oh, shoot. And if Breece Hall is an upgrade, going forward, rookie deal is Monangai. Oops, hold on. Is Monangai having, Britton Brown is a practice squad guy, not expensive. DeAndre Swift is a free agent. So if a trade is made for a running back, let's say a Breece Hall, DeAndre Swift is now, I would think, the odd man out.
At some point, not at the end of the season, yeah. But I think adding a Breece Hall with having a Swift, having a Monangai, it gives you so many different options in terms of things that you can do, especially how you can really use Swift. And the fact that we are now in the playoff hunt, we're in the conversation. We need that extra body, and I think adding a guy like a Breece Hall can allow Ben Johnson to be a lot more creative offensively with how he will use Swift.
Real quick, shout out to Ellen Johnson, just became our newest member. Please, you guys, do like Ellen Johnson. Grab yourself a membership, man. Go to the channel, grab yourself a membership. It's as minimal as $1 if you want to help us out, man. It does help. That dollar is going to go a long way. And if you want to be very generous, you can get a $4.99 membership. But shout out to Ellen Johnson, newest member of our community.
Welcome, Ellen.
What up, Ellen? Welcome.
But yeah, it's you're always gonna be searching for that running back tandem that no matter who you put in the game, you're gonna get effective ground production. And so, for a third round pick, I can see why people might think that's rich. You know what I mean? That may be why he hasn't moved so far, because they kind of got their nose in the air because he's a young running back and they probably want to keep him and build with him. But if somebody's going to reach as high as a third for him, I think they can bring it down to a fourth later on in the day, because we got about almost an hour, a little over an hour left before the bell strikes 0. So, hey man, they get that thing down to a fourth. I wouldn't be mad if the Bears wouldn't got him.
Oh, not at all, man. Shoot. Like I said, adding him, man, considering, like I said, the back half of our schedule and adding a guy like Breece Hall, man, along with Monangai, that 1-2 punch, and then you sprinkling in and Swift, being able to use him in so many different ways, even in the passing game. Yeah, man. Yeah, now we cooking. Now I can honestly say adding somebody like a Breece Hall could help us really. We could actually probably take the North.
For real, man.
Man, it's I mean, but the Bears are 5-3. The Packers, the Vikings, the Lions are all right here. So the opportunity is here to be competitive in this division and defecate on some teams and be like, get the hell out of here. And it's right here. So we understand that there are some deficiencies, namely in the pass rush. Breece Hall would be a nice addition. We liked what Monangai did. It was one game. We're not going to get overly excited over the hard running behind his pads with attitude, delivering his shoulder high and tight, carrying the ball. Nice vision, nice footwork, nice decision-making, getting north and south. We're not going to obsess over that. But yes, there are opportunities here for this season to at least make the playoffs and be competitive and get that experience for the team. And it's like, oh, this is the playoffs. This is different than regular season. And if they get served, oh, well. But that experience is now under the belt, because as we've seen with this team, and especially this quarterback, as inaccurate as he can be at times, indecisive as he can be at times, he's clutch. He's got that clutch gene in him. He can make things happen. And with him receiving a pass from Tyson Bagent, Caleb Williams is a football player, people. He's not just a quarterback. He can get out there and get down and dirty on the gridiron. We need to give him his propers for that, his respect, his flowers, as the kids say. So, I mean, with what's going on, I like the direction, and it's like we're right there to compete in this division, and we can take this division because we can see what the Kitty Cats are doing. We can see what FGB is doing, and we can see what the Queens are doing. Do we believe in JJ? No, but we have the opportunity, and it's like, let's go.
Let me shout out to Haroon Anwar, 27, just busted up in here and said, "Man, that's an awful take, man. We don't need no damn running back."
Oh, damn. I was just getting everybody all hyped up. You come in and poo-poo on everybody. That's fucked up. Oh, I'm sorry. That's effed up.
Yeah, man. It's people gonna have different takes on it. I told you it's all virtuing. Everybody's a fan. They think their own way about what we should do.
But,
so
he also suggests a cornerback and or a safety to sign or trade.
For sure. More than likely a cornerback,
line or running back.
More than likely a cornerback. Let me see. Smitty Q says, "How much are you willing to pay Hall?" I hate when people bring it to me like that because I'm not doing anything. I would just say Breece Hall on the market, and I'm just guessing, would probably cost you at a minimum $10-12 million a year.
Well, for running backs, ain't that kind of like going rate these days? Because James, now is it James Cook, the running back for Buffalo? He wanted like 15 or 20 million or something.
Yeah.
So 10 million, 11 million. How much is Swift costing right now? Isn't he like 9?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't even know.
Damn it, kids, where are you at, kids?
Kids
contract right now taunting us, teasing.
He might be out of contract. His contract might be expired. Hold on, Trip. His contract might be expiring this year, and so no matter.
Who's that?
Huh? Who's Swift?
Swift or Breeze?
I think Swift.
Breeze also. Breeze gonna be a free, unrestricted free agent as well.
But now, if you just hypothetically go with me now, stay with me now. If you trade for a Breece Hall, you send a 4th or a 5th round pick, and the Jets take that. With him in the house, he's somebody that you would want to extend, I assume, especially with Swift being out of contract and unrestricted free agent. So if Breece, you can pay him $15 million or under, isn't that basically the running back going rate?
Well, $10 million is depending on who you are. Unless you Saquon Barkley, that's probably going to be the starting rate somewhere in that neighborhood. So yeah, if you sign him, if you go make a trade like that, you're definitely going to extend them. You don't give up capital like that and not extend them. No way.
Okay. So this is not only a this year playoff Super Bowl run move, it's a building block for the future.
Yeah. You don't go make a move like this because you, at a minimum, if you end up, Kids is always thinking he can lowball everybody and get everything he wants, talking about a 5th rounder and shit. Man, you ain't getting no Breece Hall for the 5th rounder. You tripping. You gotta be willing to give in order to get. And in this situation, you want a quality running back, you got to be willing to give it up. And so, we don't know if the Bears are in that market. They possibly could be, but if they are, I think it's worth doing, man, because you're definitely gonna have to extend them in the offseason if you give up that capital for them.
Now, that's also something that I would assume is going on, the wheeling and dealing back room right now, where if like Hallis Hall, Ryan Poles wants to trade for whatever player, not only are they in negotiations with the team for that compensation, but if it's a player who may need to be extended contract-wise, are on the phone with their agent as well, simultaneously, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking, making sure ain't nothing happened since we've been talking here. I don't see an update. Still kind of, we got an entire hour
left. We got an hour. Well, now we're down to 56 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is and again, I'm gonna, since people are constantly coming on in here, let me also mention, like I said earlier in the show, in case you didn't know, Asante Samuel Jr. is available. He's been cleared by the doctors to play football again. You know, he had a neck injury that he missed a whole lot of football because of this neck injury, but he is now available. And I'm kind of wondering what the Bears think about that. Did they know? I'm sure they know about his status, and will they bring him in for a tryout? Because that's what it's going to come down to. It's not going to be they're going to outright just take off and sign it. They're going to bring him in for a tryout and then, consider what they want to do. But very competent cornerback is out there on the market, and that could be why we're quiet in the cornerback market now.
Are there any cornerbacks on the Jets left, or any of the selling teams?
You got to start thinking about the Jets, maybe the Raiders. You start thinking about the Titans. Some of the guys on there. I can't tell you all the guys that might be available, but there's opportunities out there for sure. Because
now the Buccaneers aren't in sell mode, so this trade isn't because they were, in sell mode. It's because JTS, Joe Tyron Shoyinka. I'm still training my mind for it, but they're just trading him because they know they're not extending him and he's not getting any play. And so it's not like a dump kind of thing. It is.
He's asking a question about Asante Samuel Jr. Is he a free agent? Kids, I'm almost certain, yes.
Yeah, he's available for anybody to sign.
Yeah.
So the word on Twitter was that his agents were in negotiations with a few teams that I don't have it right in front of me, but included the Buffalo Bills that were interested in signing him.
Yeah, he's got options. He's definitely got options. Definitely got some options. Let me peep in on the update, see if there's anything popping.
And while Nomad is checking that, make sure that everybody who's tuned in right now in the middle of trade deadline day are subscribed to the Nomad Network, Kids of Canuck, and Sports Chicago Style. Support the networks as you can. We do appreciate it because we do bring you the finest content from many perspectives, for this Bears Hylas Hall breakdown, NFL breakdown, football breakdown, LFG, and aside FGB.
Also, don't forget, man, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, we have some extra sauce where we also get into a whole lot of Bears content and also a whole lot of other stuff. So I got some requests from some supporters, people that, enjoy the content. They asked for something, and I'm set up to deliver that tomorrow night. So if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber to come in there and chat on that show. So it's totally free. Hit that subscribe button. You will enjoy the content we got for you tomorrow night. We talk about everything from food and drink, Bears football. We talk about the world. We talk about freaking extraterrestrial life. We talk about Doomsday Prepper. We talk about things that I think people enjoy talking about. So you will enjoy that show, man. If you're new to this channel and you like those kinds of content genres, you're gonna love this show tomorrow. So make sure stay tuned for that.
Hey, Nomad. Yo, Smitty Q is calling you out.
What Smitty said?
He said Cleveland is making a trade, and it's like, Joe, JTS is coming from Cleveland. It's why you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the screen.
Because I had to hurry up and make something real fast for the show.
Oh, damn.
That's why. That's the only reason why. It happened like what was it? About 15 minutes before the show?
All right. So Smitty, yeah. All right. I understand Cleveland is making that trade. And I read that. I've been saying that as I've been reading it, but the visual, as I looked at the screen, it said Tampa Bay. So point those arrows at Nomad.
Yeah, my bad. I had to get what I can get. Hurry up and get the show rolling. That's all. So we know who he is. We know who he is.
But as Kaz's opinion, as he's in the chat, big up to Kaz the Canuck and that baby Kaz got to get those Zerberts. He's saying that JTS is not a burger, he is a slider. So he's not a difference maker, he's just a guy.
He was talking. Smitty said he's talking to you, fool, not me.
Oh, damn. Why you calling me out? I'm looking at the screen. Well, all right, hold on. Time out. All right, just to be fair, Smitty be on the road. You be safe out there. Look out for the other dude, as people do. So he may not be visually looking at the screen. He may be having eyes on the road as he should, or if he's in a truck stop, head on the swivel, because lot lizards and truck stops, how nasty those places are. But yeah, he may not be seeing what I'm seeing, but on the visual, Joe Tyron Shoyinka, Nomad has a picture of him in a full Buccaneers of the Tampa Bay variety uniform on the screen.
And
so that's why I
prompting you to say that, huh?
Huh?
Even though the clicker is ticking on the bottom.
Well, hey, I ain't said nothing about no ticker on the bottom. I'm talking about the picture and the visual.
All right. Hey, Trip, do me a favor. Hold it down for like 2 seconds. I got to run to the door.
So we got the Bishop in the house. How you doing, Bishop? What you want to see happen today that you think? Well, first of all, let me ask you this: Is this a all-in moment for you, or a build for the future moment for you for this Bears team right now?
It's a build for the future. I still think we are a few players away from being all in. However, we do need to make a move to solidify ourselves into the playoffs. Now, what we do in the playoffs, is to be seen once we make it there. But again, because of our record of being 5-3, I think it only makes sense to try to solidify some areas so that we can make that push. Because right now, the way things are looking after watching the Packers as well as the Lions on Sunday, and I watched their games as well. Anything's possible in the North right now, but we can't sit on our laurels and think that we're okay, or say, okay, well, since we're building for the future, we don't have to make a move right now. No, we need to make a move right now, period. So I like it. I like to see us again. I still think that Breece Hall, or adding a guy like a Breece Hall, would help us, but I'm more concerned with the back end of that defense. So I would much rather see us solidify someone that can play that nickel corner, as well as playing free safety.
All right. I heard some of that at the butt end of it, man. Thanks for holding it down, bros. Yeah, man. No, let me layer on a little bit about Shoyinka. I do think he's a plug and play right now. I don't think it'd be very much that a player on the defensive line, there's going to be certain calls. I'm pretty sure that right now he's getting a FedEx package with the playbook. So on his way to Chicago, he can be studying up. They're going to play him Sunday. He's going to play a lot. Just telling you right now, get that playbook, get that email, that playbook, start getting it on your way to Chicago. When you get here, you're going to meet with the team, meet with the position coaches, meet with the D coordinator, and they're going to get him up to speed. And I think he's a plug and play guy Sunday.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good pick, man. I just can't say enough. I didn't think he might be available. I thought for sure, but I didn't consider the fact that Cleveland thought they would be a playoff contender this year, and that's why they made the move for him to have, that extra piece to their depth. For the simple fact that the season went south on them, and I didn't really consider, like, damn, they only got him in there for a year. So we should have been talking about this for weeks. But that's my fault for letting myself down. But go ahead, Bishop. My bad.
No, man. How could Cleveland have thought that they were going to be a playoff contender when they couldn't even figure out what the heck they was doing at quarterback during training camp? There's no way they could have even thought that they were remotely going to be a playoff team. I mean, outside of course, if they're looking at the defense, yeah, but offensively, there's no way they could have thought they were remotely going to even sniff the playoffs.
Well, that's the reason why they make a move to get Joe Flacco into a veteran quarterback to keep that momentum and get that momentum going. That's the reason why they did that. Otherwise, after you just drafted two quarterbacks, why would you bring in Joe Flacco? Other than
they quarterback, they drafted a quarterback and a half. They got half of a quarterback in the 3rd round, and they got a quarterback in the 5th round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you do that, man. Now I'm telling you, defenses can take you places that your average person might not see on the surface. That's how good that defense is, man. That defense is tough. Tough. And so they probably felt like, hey, we get a solid running game in here, get a quarterback that knows what he's doing, a veteran guy that knows NFL offense, we can make some noise. And so it made sense to me, but very quickly they found out, hey, that ain't the formula. That ain't the formula. And my fault for not getting on this ahead of time. I did not realize they only brought him in for a 1-year deal. I did not know that. We should have been talking about this.
Wait, wait, expand on that.
Because they only brought him in for a 1-year prove-it deal, because they thought they had a playoff run in them, because they having a bad season and they ain't nowhere in hell they going to the playoffs. I should have been on top of knowing this guy was available. Should have been. That's my fault. I do pretty good due diligence, but I let this one slip by the wayside.
And let me say something really quick also to our fans and our fan base. And I know at times I can be quite critical and have been in the past. But I want everybody to understand something. You guys might not have heard of this young man that you see displayed right now here on our screen, but know this. You don't always need a designer name to get value. You're going to find out that this was a value trade versus going out paying a bunch of money on what we consider a designer name. It's not always about the name, y'all. Just pay attention. Okay. Go ahead, no man. I'm sorry.
All I want to say is, number one, if next time tomorrow when Naj is in the show, ask Naj. Naj is a Washington Husky football fool. He knows these guys inside and out, and that's where this guy came from. Number one. Number two,
okay.
There's a reason why you guys come to this show every week, because it's people on this show that really, really know what they're talking about. And so if you want to ever just take us for our word here when I tell you this is a very, very good trade and this is a very high value football player. Just take my word for it. Once you do your own homework and see him for yourself, you'll see. This is a really good move. Bishop is not BSing nobody down there. He is telling you the truth. Just because he's not a noteworthy name to you, don't think this is not a very, very good pickup.
All right. Also, further Jets news and what we've been talking about for the last few minutes. The Jets have been looking for a 2nd-round pick for Jermaine Johnson, in addition to that 3rd-round pick for Breece Hall. So, do you, either of you, Nomadiacs, those in the chat, would you pay a 2nd-round pick if you were Ryan Poles for Jermaine Johnson?
No way in hell. Shout out to Kevin Marshall, just busted up in here. No, it's too many injury concerns, man. And I love the dude because I'm a Florida State guy. That's where Jermaine Johnson came from. Hell of a football player, but just he's injured way too often. You really gambling if you make a move for that to give up a 2nd round. They tripping.
All right, now, before you go, Bishop, let me rephrase the offer, Nomad. Would you trade a 2nd round for Breece Hall and Jermaine Johnson?
That's worth a 2nd rounder. That's definitely worth the 2nd round. Getting 2 for 1.
For both, 2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1. Hell yeah. Then every day and twice on Sunday.
All right, but just a 2nd for Jermaine, hell to the no.
No.
All right, Bishop, your say?
No, I agree with Nomad. I wouldn't for both of them, yeah, but just for Jermaine, no. But I want to why I got an opportunity. I'm reading something here on Bleacher Report, and this move to bring in JTS, I'm sorry, is a death move because you getting ready now. This is really showing. It's going to show the Bears fans what Ryan Poles really think about Austin Booker, because Austin Booker is finna be the starter. He's getting ready to be that other defensive end opposite of Sweat. And now you add a guy like this young man who is very much the almost an identical player to Austin Booker. We're getting ready to see some things defensively, I think, that we have been missing. And again, I'm gonna reiterate this. Get ready, y'all. Y'all might not have heard of this young man, but you're gonna know who he is come Sunday.
We got a stud football player for nothing. For nothing. 6th round is a 6th rounder. I'm not.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying here on Bleacher Report as well, no man. So,
dog. I mean, I can't wait till you all, you know, maniacs, super no maniacs, get your eyes, feast your eyes. I know people are already pulling up their phones now and they're looking at the guy. But wait until you spend a little time checking him out. Don't be afraid to go back to when he was in college. Start there. And if you want my advice, start back when he was in college and you look at his development. You go into this first year.
Well, what's his strengths? What does he do?
Dynamic. He's one of those guys. Bishop said it earlier. He's one of those guys that can get you pressures on the quarterback, make that quarterback move. He can get you some sacks, and he can also drop back into space and really, really confuse and basically deconstruct an offense just because of his ability. He's long, he's big. You know what I mean? That kind of football player has that kind of dynamic to him. Now you have a few different guys on this roster that can drop back in the coverage. That's just going to give Dennis Allen more latitude in his play calling.
Listen to these numbers, you guys. This is how you have to think about how a player can affect one's schemes of one's defense. And with regard to this young man, because he's been a rotational player since he got into the league. 36 quarterback hits, 15 sacks. That's his stint between Tampa and the Browns. So think about this. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has always had
one more time, Keith. Run that back one more time.
Over his 5-year career as a rotational player, he has had 36 quarterback hits and 15 sacks. And we're talking about
pressures the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, think about this, man. We're talking about Tampa Bay, who drafted him, who has always had a very stout defensive line. And again, they wanted to keep him. They just couldn't. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so he chose to go to Cleveland on a 1-year prove-it deal. And then he goes to Cleveland, who is, again, has a very stout defensive line. He's in the rotation again. Now he gets an opportunity to really compete, but more importantly, solidify himself to where this could end up being a long-term move for the Chicago Bears, adding him to this roster moving forward after this season.
Bishop, you getting it's one of the things that Ryan Poles said when he first got here. They love to get guys like that are in those situations, those prove-it situations. He's going to be hungry as a hostage when he gets here. Trust me. It's his contract year.
He said hungry as a hostage. That's messed up, no man.
That's hungry.
That's hungry, boy.
But no, think about that. Think about it. If you guys really think about it in terms of being drafted and you get drafted to a team that had, what was that, 2021, 2022 when he got drafted?
21.
So Tampa Bay defenses have always been stout. If you go back and just check their roster and see who was on that defensive line, who he had to compete against to try to start, but more importantly, who he was backing up. And to be able to get 36 quarterback hits and 15 sacks, those are good numbers for a rotational player.
Yeah.
Very good.
And those are very good numbers, and that's a good pass rushing stat line. But as Smitty Q is saying, I think we already have a pass rusher on the roster. We just have to be patient. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume he's talking about Austin Booker. I agree with you.
But we need more than
a
starter. Yeah, and Austin's getting ready to be the starter who's coming off an injury.
Right.
Let's be. Come on now. We gotta be realistic about what's going on here. And everybody want to bash Poles, man. I'm not going to bash Poles on this one. I think this is a sneaky move, man. I think this was a sneaky pickup that's going to pay great dividends as we get deeper into our schedule.
Hold on, Nomad. But building on that, with Turner going down, with Dial going down, so now we need depth going forward. That's
Dom
true.
Rob, don't forget about Dom
Oh,
Rob is down
yeah,
too.
Don Rob and his ankle. The practice squad is fresh out of defensive linemen. So we need to add somebody, and we will need somebody scheme fit going forward. And JTS, he's not a rookie. So, he's been on a couple different teams. He knows what the NFL is about. So if he can make a difference physically and mentally, he can do that. He has the opportunity. But I can also see this as that lower end move that may have been made, even if it wasn't trade deadline day, because of the injury status of the defensive line.
Yeah.
So, this is one of those moves that it's like, oh, this trade deadline day didn't even realize that, because this would have happened, because it's a necessity for this defense, on this Chicago Bears team right now because of injury. So JTS, he is not the only or the pass rusher. Austin Booker, if he moves up to the starting front four, now you have JTS coming in on your NASCAR package with Daniel Hardy and or whoever. So and even if Booker is that pass rush stud that we all want and hope that he is, we need more. We can't
Yes.
put it all on him,
Right.
because of his, health status, and because of just, he can't be on the field 100% of the time. He's going to be off the field. So you need another guy to be able to come in and step up. You need another guy to train him. Or as the Asteroid movie said, be sure you tune in for Space Talk and other things on the Nomad Network, Extra Sauce Wednesday nights. But we don't know what, two is one is none, as the saying is it now. So we need more pass rush help in addition to Austin Booker. And if JTS can be that supplemental help, all for it.
Well, let me express to everybody one more time how bullish I am in this football player. Somebody asked JTS about where you're from. You know what his response is going to be? This is how he plays on the football field. I'm from a town called Fresh Off Your Ass, and you're making me hungry. That's how he plays football. That's the kind of guy we're getting, man. This dude is extremely. He has an extremely high motor, and he plays hungry. And you're getting him in a situation where he's in his contract year. He's got to have it. Put that guy on the field, and he's going to be hell to deal with. I'm telling you. He just couldn't get in. He just couldn't get in the rotation enough in Cleveland because of the situation that is in. They also knew at a certain point that it wouldn't do us any good to be playing this guy high, snap counts, knowing that we might have to come off of him. We're giving him a chance to get injured out there. So smart by Cleveland to kind of take care of him in that regard. But I'm telling you, this is a hungry football player that has a high motor. I cannot wait to see Naj tomorrow. And you guys ask him the same questions you're asking us. What kind of football player is this? And that's the point. What kind of football player are we getting? An extremely hungry football player. That's what we get.
Well, not to berate Smitty, but he's saying he's talking about both Booker and JTS. Damn. All right, Smitty, I ain't on your back. It's cool, babe. But so he's saying, if I'm understanding correctly, that with Booker back and healthy and JTS, we have our pass rush rotation, if you will.
Man, dude, the more I think about it, it's really starting to settle in on me. Who we got and what he can bring to the table. All the recall in my head that I have from studying this guy when I first started messing with the bar room, all of it's coming back to me. And thinking about all those years in Tampa and that defense that he played in, very, very, very similar to what Dennis Allen does here. Very similar. It's almost a carbon copy because it's like Bishop, it's like kind of a hybrid of a 3-4 and a 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys down, you got guys up, you got guys rushing, you got guys jumping into passing lanes in the flats. It's very dynamic, man. So he's a perfect fit for the situation, in my opinion.
Oh, man, absolutely. And that's the thing. You got to think about who we have as a defensive coordinator and the things that he likes to do, man. That's why they went out and got C.J. Gardner as well. Because his familiarity with what DA likes to do, man, and DA gets exotic sometimes with his defensive fronts. And adding this young man to the roster is going to help them, considering all the other injuries that we've had. And then imagine if we happen to get Dom Robb back in the next couple of weeks, adding that to the rotation as well. I mean, man, what we need up front is the extra pressure, and I think we're going to get that now that we haven't been seeing. And sometimes having healthy competition of guys with motors like this guy and like with Austin Booker, I think that's going to also allow the back end play a little more free as well. So I'm excited.
What's been perplexing to me is that as much of a motor as he has and a beast as he is, Daniel Hardy hasn't shown up more at defensive end. He hasn't, gotten the reps, and the reps that he hasn't, been productive. And that's very surprising to me.
Late in the last game, he was there. I tell you that. I just got.
Oh, was he? Because I guess I missed those reps.
Oh yeah, he was late in that last game. He was definitely getting home. Daniel Hardy he's one of those guys on the team that he's getting multiple different kinds of reps. So they're giving him run at linebacker at different times, and they're putting him on the defensive front at times. So he's juggling all those responsibilities plus special teams. But if you saw some of that film late in that game when we needed to get pressure on that quarterback, Daniel Hardy was there. Tell you that right now.
Okay.
So
it was just because of the motor he has and the physicality that he's brought to the team. I thought he would make more of an impact, let's say, a defensive end. And I'm not blaming her for kicking the onside kick, even though it's like 10 yards, bro, 10 yards. Don't go beyond 10 yards. The ball got to go 10 yards. So, but I thought he would make more of an impact as a defensive end. But maybe he needs that partner in crime, if you will, in the NASCAR package, to be of assistance. I don't know. I'm just trying to wonder how this defense cannot give up, 42 points. Granted, special teams gave up that first touch.
Hey, they'll be fine, man. It's a football game. They stuff happens. And Daniel Hardy, bless him, man. He's just trying to get some crack into the rotation on the defensive front, and injuries have helped him get there, man. He needs reps too, so he can find his flow. So getting him a good amount of reps, this definitely ain't helping the situation, but he'll still get in the fold a little bit.
Well, but this does help his situation because he has more of an opportunity now, I would think.
Wait until Dom Robb gets back.
I got something to share with y'all. According to Tom Pelissero, the Seahawks and Saints have made a trade, and the Seahawks have acquired Rashid Shaheed from the Saints.
Yeah. I think I heard about that earlier, but I should have mentioned that. You're right.
What?
And Jacoby Myers have left the Raiders to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. All right. So these are ancillary trades, but I need to get something off my chest real fast. What grinds my gears is that on Twitter, that mama named it Twitter, I'm gonna call it Twitter. When whoever it is puts up a trade, they say, hey, a player has been traded to this team, but they don't put what they've been traded for. What was the compensation? A trade a post should include the following aspects.
Everybody's trying to be
traded and what they were traded for. Don't just say what they were traded for without saying who was traded. You know
how Twitter works. You know how social media works. I'm trying to be the first.
It's just so irritating. It's like, cool, they were traded, but for what?
Just trying to be the first.
You got to wait a half hour for that information to come out.
Just trying to be the first to say it. That's all it is.
Hold on, woo-sa, woo MF.
You ain't getting no whole lot of detailed information from an average random guy that's trying to be the first one to trade.
But this is like Ian and all the top in the Shams,
They in
Uh,
that
Sean,
race too.
whatever his
Shit.
name, all the top name dudes, they say there's been a trade, but they only announce one side of the trade. That's not all the information. What was the other side of the trade?
If you're trying to beat Schefter to the story, you're gonna have to hurry up and put something out there. You ain't got time to be detailed.
Oh,
Right,
that's so, it
right.
just grinds my gears so hard.
That part don't bother me. I know the details are gonna fill out a little later on, but the fact is, you got a trade that happened, and you'll get the details
Hey,
later.
Nomad, the Bears traded for Max Crosby.
No,
How much did we pay for him? It's not in the tweet.
Nah, that's all right. I can deal with that.
It's like I don't know. It just
You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. Those whatever accounts you're looking at. Some of them some trick bag accounts too.
no, but these are the real people, and it's the real trades, but they're trying to be first to the market, as you say, so fast that they don't have all the details. And I would prefer, I don't have to be first, but I would like to have all of the details of the parameters of the trade before I announce it.
That doesn't necessarily. I'm surprised that bothers you. That don't bother me at all. Yeah, you see it. That's what it is, and you'll get the details later. But when you're doing live content like this, you take what you can get,
and that's where the devils are, is the details.
Yeah, it's there.
That's where he lives. And you don't want him to be living.
That's what it is. This is a live show, and we finding out things in real time. And
no, I don't mean the show. I mean like the actual when they announce the trades.
Like Smitty says, you got to go to ESPN for them for those details, bro.
ESPN.
Yeah, they do very good detailed whatever those trades are. Whenever those things pop up.
Well, if you got YouTube TV, you can't even get ESPN.
You got a phone.
Wait, what is that? The .com?
Yeah, you go to the .com. That's where you want to. Yahoo's pretty good. Let me think of some other one.
I've been hitting Bleacher Report myself.
That's a good one. I'm on CBS as a matter of fact right now. I don't know how they're updating live in real time too. And I'm looking. We got how many minutes left?
It's 2:37. So what is that? 23 math.
I still got some time here. Another thing to be mindful of is a lot of times during this time of the year, some of the stuff doesn't hit the waves until an hour or two afterwards. Some of the smaller trades and less notable trades that happen, that tends to happen after the bell. Smitty says that ESPN app is the go-to. Download that shit on your phone, bro.
I'm looking at it right now.
I just can't go to like a page where they got the same information. I got to download apps now. Get off my lawn.
It's a good app, man.
Get off my lawn.
Even if you don't add it, I don't have the app on my phone, but I did add it went to my browser and pulled them up. So,
well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What is there like a tracker?
Just
ESPN, it has a trade tracker on it. You just go to that
trade tracker. There you go. Now, I ain't trying to download nothing or install nothing. I just want to see what's happening. That's all.
You probably
and they're going live on ESPN at 3 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah, I don't even know what channel that is because I don't watch it.
I might have to.
I ain't watched it since rest in peace. He was cooler than the other side of the pillow. Stu Scott died. That was decades ago. So I don't know what's going on over there.
That's been a long time.
Yeah, that has been.
Yeah. So whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like ESPN.
NFL Network has a good tracker too, Trips. If you want to do that.
I can't find it. I would think it would be on like the main page. It's like tracking. It's like click on here.
Well, you know what, Trips? I'm gonna have to get with you, Trips, because I do actually have available a streaming app that you can get all live television, movies, as well as series. So holla at your boy.
Shut your mouth. Okay. On the down low, but not that kind of down low. So chill.
For sure.
Hey,
all right, cool. All right, so I guess this is it.
Many ways to get yourself updated, brother. Many, many ways.
Seahawks at wide receiver Shaheed. Colts trade 2 first rounders for Sauce Gardner. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
Bears at defensive JTS.
that news is about a couple hours old.
Well, that's all I got. I mean, I'm just reading what it say, man. I'm just clicking and it come up what it come up. I ain't writing it.
I hear you, Smitty. He said that ESPN is how he keeps up with us while we commentating.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
good.
right on. I don't know.
I actually just put it on my phone just for this situation. Just put it on my phone.
Well, can't you put it up on the screen on the tracker thing?
I could.
What?
I got CBS. I'm looking at right now. Y'all want to see that?
Well, whoever you whatever tracker, throw it up on the screen.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Do you have to refresh that, or does it auto refresh?
Sometimes it auto refreshes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but it's just a little different visual going on for those that
give me a
aesthetically pleasing, if you will. Because some people are listening, whether you're on the road or you're on, doing your dishes or cutting up some veggies for your dinner tonight. Whatever it is, or this time of day, y'all at work. Y'all know you at work, supposed to be working and shit. But you got the Nomad Network on, so make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you are also subscribed to Kids of Canuck and the triumvirate of Sports Chicago Style at Triple R SCS. We do appreciate you hanging out with us, and make sure you come back tomorrow night for some extra sauce, where there's a whole variety of topics discussed, but also the Bears as well. So when the trades happen, the deadline is today at 3:00, which is another 19 minutes away. They may not be announced for another hour, or if JTS is the only deal made today, it gives you the opportunity to go look at some film of them, some footage, and then we can talk about it tomorrow night on Extra Sauce. So, make sure you are within the know on the Nomad Network.
All right, so right
Smitty
now,
Q is crazy.
What you got on the screen?
What do you say? What Smitty Q talking about now? Trips got to put on his bifocal monocle to read the apps. All right, so why you playing around? You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Hello? I can see you now.
And he got the neck hang on it.
Yeah, you got to have the neck hang on it. But sometimes you got to pull it down and you put it up on your forehead, and then it's like, oh yeah, but then it irritates you, and then you put it down on your neck. But then, like, if you're eating something, you don't want to drip nothing. Then it's like, my glasses is always right here, because you got the screens and you got the iris.
You act surprised, man. My man ain't watched ESPN since Stu died, man.
Golly. There's people alive that don't even. There's people alive that don't know who the hell Stuart Scott is.
That's old school, baby. That's old school.
People alive don't know
down on your nose, because sometimes you got to look up over the glasses, because if you're looking through it, you can't focus on stuff. So you got to look over them, then you can look back like that. That's why you got this thing going.
Hey, Trips, you officially in AARP territory. You got the neck hang on your glasses, man. That's straight up old man territory.
Holla at your boy.
Hey, man. Look, we got Don Burr in the house, yo.
Let me say, what's going on here? He says he will get everyone to come and hunt this page, if not unban, and spam it. Like, who we talking about? He talking about Chris Foster?
You banned Don Burr or something?
No, he talking about
Chris Foster. I guess Crimson. Chris Foster was in here wild the other night, man. He was just, they got into a little fisticuffs, I guess, and his language got a little too out of hand, so he had to knock him.
Fight. Oh, okay. Yeah, because Don Burrow, what's new, Pussycat? Whoa. You've been MIA for a minute. I've been worried about you, because there was a lot of ish talking, for every Bears chat through the offseason. But the last few weeks has been kind of quiet from his end. I was worried about it, brother. That's all.
Yeah, Smitty. Trips is definitely in granddaddy territory.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
Granddad.
Yo. Hey,
Granddaddy.
what else? What else? Keep living, Smitty. Shit, you keep living too. Shit.
Let me see. Let me go take a peek at ESPN right quick. See if there's anything I don't know.
Oh man, it's the opportunity to make your team better is always cool because your team is in the hunt. And guess what, Bears fans? The MF and Bears are in the MF and hunt.
Yes, sir.
We have a first-year head coach in Ben Johnson, and he's learning his team. He's learning how to be a head coach. He's, a whole first-time experience, but he has a winning team. The team has its deficiencies, a lot of which are due to injury. Because I think we would all agree this defense would look a lot different if the players that are on IR were not on IR and on the field. But that's part of the game. It is what it is. So now it's time for Ryan Poles to make these deals that are for players that fit the scheme going forward, whether it be for Dennis Allen and or Ben Johnson. And JTS seems like a fit for Dennis Allen going forward. So while we are in the hunt and making moves for this year, it's also about building for the future, in my opinion, and I guess others as well. But I like this move that's happening, and we only have another, if we're on the clock, another 14 minutes of the trade deadline. So it's like, what's going to happen, if anything? Because now, Nomad, Bishop, No Maniacs, everybody in the chat, if this is the only deal that Ryan Poles makes today, are you happy, mad, or just kind of like meh? Or what is your opinion, attitude, if JTS is the only deal that Ryan Poles makes today?
That means to me that they're eyeballing somebody either on practice squad or somebody that's out there on the free agent market like Asante Samuel Jr., or something's happening and we just haven't heard about it. But if that's all they do, that doesn't mean that they're not going to do something later on. If we don't hear about it, that doesn't mean they're done.
Bishop?
I ain't got nothing to say on that one, man.
No comment. Are you going there?
Yeah, no comment.
You pleading the fifth?
They
The
need.
fifth?
You asking me if they need to do something?
Damn, I mean, would you be disappointed if this was the only move made today to improve the team?
Okay, to answer that question, that would mean that they're expecting somebody to come back sooner than thought. That could be something.
Well, I mean, but looking at the deficient, like Breece Hall aside, if let's say they believe him and none guy don't want to trade for a running back, but there is a need at, let's say, well, I guess defensive end we've taken care of, maybe any place else on the defensive line, but specifically cornerback. Are you comfortable with the cornerback room not right now going forward, or would you look forward to a free agent Asante Samuel type signing?
Well, let me color it in a little bit. Number one, CJ, we just got CJ Gardner-Johnson, who just got his first game. He got fire hose with information just to make sure we can get him on the field. We got that going on. We don't know exactly how long Kyler is going to be going. To answer that question is hard because they know way more than we do about who's going to be available and who's not. Just getting CJ up to par, not knowing when Kyler's going to be back. I'm just assuming Jalen Johnson is unavailable for the rest of the season. And so you got a couple of little situations going on there where you just like, okay, if they don't do something, okay, that means they know more than me. Outside of that, there could be so you always need somebody to dance with you. So there could be inquiries going on that we don't know about, and maybe people are asking too much for what they're looking for. We just don't know. So it's never going to upset me if they don't do something. It's just they know more about this team and how to go about this stuff than we do. All we doing is sitting here following it.
Well, but I mean, like from a player perspective in the locker room, if you're saying, man, we could really use some help at cornerback, but they don't do anything, or we could really use some help at defensive line, and Poles doesn't do anything. Are you disheartened? Or are you just kind of like, well, we're going to roll what we roll with, as opposed to, oh, shit, we traded for this dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, man. They know what they're doing. I'm fine with it,
Okay.
and that's a waste of energy for me. It's a waste of energy. I'm not gonna feel no way about it. They know what they're doing.
Well, what do you think, No Maniacs, Bishop? Would you be satisfied if JTS was the only move today?
Me personally, no. However, you got to think about who's out there who could potentially be available. I'm not quite sure if I want to continue to make trades and give up draft capital again, because we have to be realistic and say, are we what are we doing? Are we trying to make a strong push this year? Or are we building for the future? Now, if we can pick up Asante Samuel Jr. because he's on the streets, I think that would be a good move. I would be pleased with that addition. I would like to see us still address, the secondary, whether it be a corner, a safety, or a guy that can play both.
I would say too, Bishop, and I think, and this just goes to the attractiveness of Chicago. Sante Samuel comes into this building. He has a very high chance, and I know this is probably what he weighs at the last minute before he makes a decision. How fast can I get on the field? Which one of these teams gives me the best opportunity to get on the field right away? And just off the top of my head, I would say Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago is in a desperate need situation, wouldn't you say?
Well, but
Yes.
before we get that far, how would you think his conditioning is football wise right now? He's been off for what, a year and a half?
Oh yeah, he gonna have burning lungs for a couple of weeks. That's the same thing that happened to CJ. He's just out a couple of weeks and he probably had burning lungs. Yeah, you'll never be in football shape until you go play football. You can be doing all the stuff in the world, boy, but them lungs need to get used to that air flowing through them when you're hot and tired. So yeah, a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, he'll be back to where he needs to go. Man, football is like riding a bike. You never forget how to play it.
Well, I asked because we're in week what? We're 5-3, so week 8, week 9. We're in week 10. There are only 7 more weeks to go, and if he takes 3-4 weeks to get into game shape, and then maybe we get the reinforcement of Jalen Johnson coming back, and he needs to get back in game shape. Now we're right butt up against the end of the season.
Give it some time, Scroll. Man, let's see what shakes out, man. We got like less than 10 minutes left. We got
Red Baron is up in there.
Got less than 10 minutes on the clock before the bell strikes 0. Got about 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes, and then like Nomad was saying, sometimes it takes a few minutes or whatever for the late deals to filter through. But other than that, ain't nothing really been jumping off.
Nothing. Yeah, we had a few, but there's gonna be some small time deals that's gonna shake through after the bell sounds. There's gonna be some small deals. I just like what we got. We definitely needed some help. We need desperate help after Dio went down and Shamar went down. That was something they had to do. We see the cornerback room as a position of need. Let's see if they see it that way.
Well, it's TikTok, you don't stop. Ooh.
Let me check and see if anything.
Where you at, kids?
Well, you tell that CR got that boy feeling good.
7 minutes. 7 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Yeah, but that's in 6 minutes, we know. But yeah.
Hey, Bishop, that CR on that ass, boy.
Holla at your boy. That shit, why you tripping? I got to refill my receptacle of beverages.
Of beverages.
But you see the receptacle here, right? What? Wait, hold on. Let me get put that down there. But what does that receptacle say right there?
Yes, sir.
See it?
Nice
little
Them
bears, baby. Them bears, baby.
Holla at your boy and say happy birthday to ya. And then you put a little of that in there, a little of that right there. And then you put that right there. And then you say, let's go Bears, claws up, bear down, let's go.
You know what I'm a little surprised about? That nobody else in the North that we've heard of yet have made any moves.
Well, who else would or needs to or could?
injury is definitely a motivator in the trade deadline.
Well, who's hurting the North?
That's the good question.
I would think Green Bay would try to do something because they just lost Kraft, man. He's done for the season.
Oh, the tight end. That's right.
Their second tight end is pretty tough.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. You can always look to add another tight end, man.
You could. They may have though.
I mean, I don't know who's on their practice squad though, so they may have somebody tucked away on the practice squad as well. So,
well, is it surprising that speaking of injuries, the Chargers, not San Diego, but Los Angeles Chargers, lost both their tackles now because Joe Alt is down for ankle injury. He's down for the season. So are they in the market for another tackle from another team? But nothing has happened across the whole league, not just the Bears, and that's just what's kind of surprising me.
I think without Braxton Jones on IR, they're getting a call. Bears would be getting a call about him if he's not on IR, but he's on IR.
Yeah, because at this point, I don't think the Bears have anybody healthy that other teams would want to part with. But just in general, it seems like with 4 minutes to go, just quiet trade deadline, right?
I appreciate you boys keeping an eye on things. It's better to have 6 eyes or multiple eyes because y'all got glasses and 2.
Well, Cornelia Squalls in the chat, big up, is saying, Pauls, no, this is not the year to go all in. Okay. And Smitty Q Shampipple. Did you say something about nipple? That would be tasty. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a G-rated program. Strike that.
Lord.
That's
the
Scorpio in him, man. That's the Scorpio in him.
Crown Royal on his ass.
Man, but I'm hydrating now.
Trips, hold it down for a second. Let me run before we get into this. Because give me a second.
It's actually 4 minutes and 3 minutes, and I'm looking at the clock here, and it's like, man, no deals, no moves, no, and it's not just the Bears, it's the whole league. Nothing's happening, Bishop. But what is happening are the people over the 500 people that are tuned. Well, let me take my old ass glasses off. Kiss my ass, Smitty Q, and I say that with love. But make sure that the people are tuned into the Nomad Network at Ceds of Canucks Sports Chicago style. We appreciate your support. It's a Bears community. We all want to see this team go to the place where the Super Bowls are had and get those big ass silver trophies. We want to see that happen. And today is another step in the season of 2025/26, as well as going forward. So right now we've added JTS on a possible, prove it for the rest of the season, and maybe we'll extend you kind of deal for a 6th pick and get a 7th back in return from the Cleveland Browns. Thank you very much. But thus far, that's been all that's happening.
No.
Wait.
Correct. We added CJ Gardner.
Well, he was a free agent.
It don't matter.
Wasn't he?
It's still.
Well, I'm talking about actual trade.
As far as trades, yeah, okay.
Right.
Right.
We did add last week, and he did make a difference because right off a rip from the jump in the game, CJ was in there on Flacco's boom.
Hell, he had more pressures. He had more pressures than our defensive lineman.
But I guess that's easier schematically wise to pick up as a player. It's like you line up over there, go get the quarterback. You line up over there, go get the quarterback. So now they're schooling them up and learning them. So it's like, all right, in coverage, you need to be here.
He's got history with Dennis Allen too, so he's familiar.
But it's different, right? So it's going to be a refresher. It's going to take a little time, but the first week, nice results. It's hard to say nice results when a team gives up 40 plus points, but he was where he was supposed to be for the plays that were called, and so we would only think that would get better. So it's a work in process, but we're right up against the wall, and no other moves seem to have been made. So
all right,
what the players that we have is what we have.
All right, y'all know Trip is a little extra saucy. Pardon the pun. Because it's his birthday, man. It's his birthday. He's feeling right, man. He got right today, man. And let me shout out to Scrolls. Let me just throw this out there. He says if the Bears don't believe in this team this season, why should we? Question mark. Shouldn't we as fans just come back next year?
Well, who says they don't believe in the team this year? Does that mean that they have to go all in?
They got a plan, Scrolls. You just gotta wait. You gotta wait. Let's see what they do. Just because you're not hearing about it right now doesn't mean there aren't being things done. That's why I've been trying to tell people the whole show. It might not trickle out right now. Again, I don't know how long you've been here, Scrolls, but Asante Samuels just got the clearance from the doctors to play football again. He's a quality corner out there that, he's going to get interest from a lot of teams, to bring him in for a tryout because they're going to want to see with their own eyes what he's capable of and where he's at. But that's an opportunity for us, man. I think Chicago is a very attractive place given the circumstances. So we just got to wait and see a little bit, Scrolls.
Chill, Red Baron. And now, what is Smitty saying? He has a comment here, but I don't understand what that means.
Don't, because you're going to go down a road you don't need to go to because that crown is on you. Trust me. He just wanted to send you a birthday present, basically.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, but Memphis, like Tennessee, like Arrested Development, Tennessee. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah,
but it doesn't look like not only the Bears, but no other NFL moves have been made. Is that what I'm really seeing?
All right, let me look. Let me look and see, because usually when that whistle blows, that's when some of the reporters. Do you guys got Schefter or Ian Rappaport on your? Do you follow them?
Following them both.
All right, just keep an eye on them too, because there's going to be some news that trickles in the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm sure. So we'll see for the next 30 minutes or so, just to make sure that we get, if there's something that happened, we'll figure out something.
Well, I got a 5-syllable word for you. You ready for it? Anticlimactic. That's what this today's been, I think.
Not to me. Oh, there we go. We just got a deal.
Wait, holla. What up?
What up? See it right there on the screen. Last deal of the day. The Chargers we just got through talking about an offensive lineman, Trevor Penning from the Saints.
Oh.
That's a good pick. That's a good pickup for them.
Trevor Penning, good guy.
Very good pickup. Very good pickup. Lord knows we just got through saying they need it. They lost 2 tackles this year.
Yeah, we're just talking about the Chargers, and they had to pick somebody up, so that's a deal. So maybe now there'll be a flurry of announcements, because now 26 seconds ago, according to Patrick Finley, as expected, the Bears placed defensive end Dale Odengbo on IR to make room for Joe Tryon-Shoyinka.
Perfect. I can't wait to see him in the Bears uniform. I'm gonna be interested to see what number he takes. I'm gonna be interested in that. That I don't know why I like numbers, but numbers seem to tell me something.
What, numbers and socks?
Yeah, buddy. Look. Just don't believe me, Bishop, but how you look is how you play.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they think that's so insignificant, him and kids. Boy, when you look good, you play good, man. That's so true.
Not just play good. When you look good, no matter what you do, believe it or not, how you look carries over to how you perform.
Mm-hmm.
So you dress for the job you want, not for the job you have.
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah, I get all the psychology, self-mind effing. I get it.
Yeah, man. It's just psyche plays into everything you do. But Smitty Q says Bears fans are going to be hyperbolic over everything. Trust me, I know. There's a lot of Bears. I wouldn't even want to look at Twitter right now. It's probably a hellscape.
Well, okay. Really, are we going to say Bears fans? We can't say NFL fans or baseball fans and basketball fans or sports fans or political fans.
They all want
fans. What is fan short for? Fanatic. So every win is a feast. Every loss is fire somebody.
Dude, let me tell you something. Everybody, like the fanatic is a good way of putting it. They all want that sugar high of the big name. All hell's breaking loose.
Don't want no damn vegetables.
It's all sugar high, man. Like, calm down, man. It's got to be reason and meaning behind the things that they do.
Because you have to eat your vegetables. And it sounds like, Joe Treyon Sharinka, JTS, is a vegetable. And we need those guys on the team going forward.
Kid,
But yeah, I don't see nothing else that's happened across the league. Shit.
Kid, you know what? You just played yourself. I was just about to give a shout out for your show that's coming up in a little bit. That's what you get. That's what you get. The son of
horizontal stripes or vertical stripes? What do you prefer, sir? Bishop, where do you stand on your socks? Vertical stripes or horizontal stripes?
I don't like stripes at all.
Oh, damn, Nomad, settle down.
I'm saying though, man. That's old, man. That's like, man, we ain't playing no damn hockey. Yeah. You ain't doing on my socks, man.
He needs some kind of
hockey players. All them stripes. We too much into tradition in this city, man. I'm tired of it. Change it up, bro.
So I mean, you wouldn't wear just a plain orange or navy blue sock? No stripes whatsoever.
A solid colored sock. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay. You good with solids?
Yeah. Them
Okay.
Good, man.
But stripes, they got to be horizontal, not vertical.
Dang, stripes, man, throw them in the garbage, man. Save them for the throwback games. When you use your throwback uniforms, you can play them. You can use them. But, man, every week, man, my stomach hurting, man.
Right.
Oh, man. So it's not only the on-field play, it's the uniforms. How do they look? Are they throwback? What are the colors of the orange, of the navy blue? Oh, the Bears, we love them. We hate them. We talk about them. We let them drive us crazy. But we are here right now, no maniacs. Over 500 right now viewing what are the Bears doing to improve this team right now. The emotion is there. The passion is there. But we just hope the team is there that reflects the passion of us fans right now, right here, looking at me right now. Let's go.
Do me a favor and check your sources, man.
Wait, what's that? What's something happening?
No, just keep an eye on them.
Oh, I am. I'm refreshing.
This is doing a good job of updating live.
Yeah. That's why the people are here. Not only the personalities, but the information. And right now, ain't no information. Wait, hold on. 4 minutes ago, Tom Pelissero reports that the Patriots have signed wide receiver Brendan Rice, son of Hall of Famer Jerry Rice. The Patriots and Vrabel and Drake Mann over there, they're a winning team. Aren't they fighting for the lead in their division and such?
They out there. They got a chance. So I don't know what Brendan Rice can do for them, but they see something in them. They probably want to find somebody else, and they couldn't do it, so that's their next best move.
Oh, fall back.
Yep.
Because Brendan, he was USC looking good. He's got the DNA and the lineage, but obviously, I guess he's not a right out the box, polished, ready to go guy as he's now traded. But does he have the possibilities, do you think, in this game to be a dog, to be a good wide receiver?
Just ain't speedy, but he's in the league and learning to be a polished NFL receiver, and that comes with route running, just all kinds of little different nuances, man, and just knowing route trees. So whatever he's going to be, he's a couple years away from it. They don't come right out ready made all the time.
Well, yeah, we've seen that. But while we got a few minutes before we get out of here, because nothing across the wire has happened. Have you seen on social, or maybe not, Matt, because you've been protesting, but on social media, it looks like Rome Odunze's daddy's been tripping. Talking about Rome needs more catches or targets. So it's like, what's going on?
Tell Rome to catch what hits him in the hands and in the arms.
Uh-oh.
It's not like he hasn't had balls that has hit him in his hands. So
That part.
I mean, okay, pops, it's all good, but let's back up. It's not like he hasn't been targeted, Dad.
Well, first thing though, first of all, what you doing following Romo Doomsday Daddy, man?
No,
No,
it's I'm not.
I'm
It's
talking about you.
everybody's over social media.
I'm talking about you.
he put it out there
Yeah, and everybody's responding
after
to
the
him
game.
like
That's
stop
it.
tripping.
I'm just bullshit, man. I'm just bullshit. I just
Because it's like everybody jumped on him at the same time. It's like, bruh, look at the stats. You know, numbers wise, Roman's getting a lot of damn targets. You know, league wise, just on the Bears, but league wise, getting a lot of targets.
How many
So I
drops
mean,
have he had?
well, hold on. We don't want. Well, Rome has had some drops, true that. But you know, right through the wicket, right in the hands. Yes, behind you, but you got to put your hands on it. You want to be a
If
number
it
one.
hits you
That's
in the
what you
hands, you're
do.
supposed to catch it.
That's
Isn't that
what
you
you
tell us?
do. That's what you do. But you know, granted, there is that, but I don't understand where his pops is coming from because it's not like, you know, like Rome has been a Jade Walker and not getting any reps whatsoever. Rome is like damn near number one target.
Hold that energy for 1 second because I gotta do our brother a favor because he's got a show coming up in the next couple of hours at 6:00 p.m. Eastern. Keds of Canuck on the Keds of Canuck channel. We'll be doing his Superflex Fantasy show. He didn't deserve the shout out because he being a butt in the chat, but
I don't care.
My brother is doing his show. I will be there for him. Make sure you all do jump in, man. It's some good fantasy advice for all you fantasy people, man. It's a good show. Jump in there at 6 p.m. Central.
Nice. And can we get a baby cast? Because I need some Zerberts.
Oh Lord.
I need some Zerberts right now. It's my birthday and I want some baby kid Zerberts.
There
oh, there he is. There's the baby kids. I get those Zerberts with your 6 toes, you little freak. I get your Zerberts. Thank you, no man.
All right. But all right, let's stay. Can we get 10 more minutes out of you guys? Let's just see if anything happens in the next 10.
I can give you 10 minutes and I gotta bounce.
All right. Get about another 10 minutes, see if something shake loose. Then we're gonna get on up out of here. Make sure you guys jump in this SOB tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central for a hell of a show that a lot of people don't know about but should know about, man, because that is some great content. It's a variety of subjects we talk about that includes the Bears, of course, but the things that we talk about, it's stretching out, man. Sometimes we do it pretty peaceful, and sometimes we got to slap each other time to time. But, you know, it's a great show. It makes for good content, man. You guys will enjoy that show. You need to be a subscriber if you want to participate in that show. So hit the subscribe button and come on in and be a part of the community.
Now, Cornelius Squalls, big up fellow old man, or he's older though, so yeah. But his comment, Bears fans seem to forget that Joe Flacco of the Bengals, quarterback, will put up those kind of numbers against anybody because of his veteran presence. With the receivers he has, with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase and them, and the Bengals have. So I don't think that's more comforting because
it's the truth.
Yeah, but can we not get pressure on him? Can we not disturb his groove and his vision and his opportunity to make those plays?
Let me help you out here, Trips. One of the things that you notice, y'all hate when I say all 22, but I got to say it. On all 22, you'll notice that he was getting that ball out of his hands pretty quick. That's going to hurry up and negate your pass rush. It's gonna make you play.
No. How do you? Let me ask you this though: how, if you're Dennis Allen, how do you counteract? You know that the ball is out in under 2 seconds. Defense.
You might think about playing some zone coverages, and then you hurry up and stop thinking about that because he'll pick apart his zone because he's a veteran quarterback. So you're in a catch-22.
You're in a pickle.
Yeah.
And Flacco gets the ball out on average between 2.3, 2.5 seconds. That's quick.
That's very quick. Say that one more time.
2.3 to 2.5 seconds.
That's not enough time to get your pass rush home a lot. You can get there sometimes depending on like that last, what was it? That interception that he threw. The only reason that happened is because coverage happened on the backside and he had to kind of pump fake. And then that allowed the coverage to get home and take that ball away. It was Dennis Allen is doing a job. Depending on what quarterback is, the formula might have to be different from week to week. No question about it. Like a running quarterback, that formula is going to kind of be the same, depending on what that running quarterback does or likes to do. Which side does he like to kind of spill out from? What's more comfortable when he's on a run? Does he throw to the right side better on the run? Does he throw better to the left side when he's on the run? That kind of pass rush detail needs to be known. But when you got a quarterback like Joe Flacco, who's a pocket quarterback and is going to stand still, that means, especially if, like Bishop said, if he's one of those guys that gets that ball out of his hand in less than 3 seconds, you got to rush that guy a certain way. So the game in its total is something that you have to consider. When you're not seeing the kind of results you're looking for, that doesn't mean it's because we don't have the players or we had a bad plan. It's just because you had to play that guy a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a couple more minutes left. Let me go on and refresh that page there. Right.
Oh, while you're refreshing, I haven't seen anything, but while we're talking NFL, Nomad Bishop, No Maniacs. First thoughts on the Jaden Daniels injury?
Shouldn't have been in the game. Shouldn't have been in the game at all.
Yeah, I actually was watching that game, man, and I didn't understand why he was still in the game myself. But I will big ups to Dan Quinn for owning that and saying that he blew it on that himself as the coach. So luckily, well, they're having a couple more opinions done, but we're hopefully there's no ligament damage or anything to where it's just a dislocation, which means that he'll be out weeks instead of the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
Well, not to be an a-hole, but even if there was ligament damage, it's not on his throwing arm. Granted, he's a human being, and we want to, see him, be a person and a human being, but this is football. And like game-wise, his throwing arm is fine. So let him address that, and he should be okay, I think.
I think he learned a lesson, though. He won't ever put his arm out to try to, break his fall again. He'll just let his body relax his body and just roll with it, man. I understand him wanting to kind of protect himself and break his fall, but unfortunately, you got somebody 200 plus pounds falling on top of you.
He's probably
subject to happening.
Yeah, he's probably going to be he's probably going to wear a brace for the remainder of his career because I don't care whatever you dislocate something like that. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. And I'm just glad it ain't a throwing arm, just because I root for all players to be healthy and be able to, have a good career. Hey, I'm just a fan of people and football players. So
no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's why I want to put the caveat in, because nowadays we got to do that. But I'm not, trying to discount it, but it's not his throwing arm, so that's a good thing. But we're seeing guys, as we mentioned, Joe Walt, Dio, but injuries are just part of the game, and it's just crazy nowadays how, well, not nowadays, but it's happened. But I guess nowadays with social media or being more in tune to what's going on with players individually within the NFL, it's like, man, how physical it is. And it's like, shout out to all of the players out there, man. You know what I mean? Because y'all putting it all on the line to, play this sport. And we want to see the hard hits. We want to see the tough play. We want to see that gladiator mentality. But on the human side, it has its repercussions. So a shout out to everybody who, who now is in rehab or, can no longer play or whatever.
All right, man. I'll tell you what. Go ahead, Bishop.
Really quick. Somebody just put a quick clip on on Twitter. If we want to know who JTS is, just go back to when the Bears played the Cleveland Browns. No, I'm sorry, not the Browns. But when they played the Buccaneers last year, he beat up on Braxton Jones pretty bad. Now, I mean, not saying that means a lot, y'all, because I know how y'all feel about Braxton Jones, but I'm just saying. So y'all want to see who he is, you'll find some tape on him, or highlights of him beating up on Braxton Jones.
Shout out to Brian Gilmore, just popped in here. He says Sauce is not worth 2 firsts, and Quentin Williams was definitely not worth what the Cowboys gave. I had to agree with that, man. I had to agree with that. That was high. That was high. That shit better work out. That's all I can tell you, Brian. That shit better work out.
Yeah, because now I know it's not an all-in type situation, but with them paying what they've paid instead of just going with what's in the draft, is that a sign of Jerry Jones? Like, look, I ain't gonna be here that much longer. I ain't got that much time for draft picks to be developing. Let's do what we got to do right now.
Hey, all right, man. I'll tell you what, we're gonna call this one. This has been a good one. Bishop.
Yeah, because ain't no more damn Bears trades. What the hell?
I got to tell you, first of all, happy birthday to both of you boys. Number one, I love y'all boys, man, and give you good energy, man. Moving forward, I wish you prosperity, both of you guys. But I just want to say, man, we have got to get you involved more. I want you involved more. We want you involved more. And so the more opportunities we get to get you on here, man, get some of that tea you got, man. I love how y'all was helping me through this show, keeping track of what was going on, man. That was very helpful because it's very hard to run your mouth and be on point with what you're saying and try to make sure you keep up with everything happening at the same time, produce the show. It's very hard, man. So I appreciate you boys 110%. Happy birthday, Trip, with your badass.
Hey, question.
Go ahead.
Speaking of production, Chef Trips hit me up on text, and he wants to know what's up with his promo. You know how Chef Trips gets? He's a goddamn diva. So please help your boy Trips out because Chef Trips be on my ass.
Chef Trips is a diva. I will have to agree with that 100%. So we got to
be on my ass. Hello, this is Chef Trips. Please join us on the last Wednesday of every month on the Nomad Network for the show Some Extra Sauce for my live cooking segment, MFer in the Kitchen, where we make inexpensive but tasty foods that will be beautiful. And I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks, Nomad. You did me a solid right there because now Chef Trips can STFU.
Yeah, tell Chef Trips to sit his ass down. We got him covered.
Woo!
It is happy ass, but I definitely appreciate every last one of you, almost 600 people in the chat the entire time, man. I appreciate every last one of you guys. You came to the right place, man. We got great Bears content over here. And what's good about it, more than anything else, is how dot-ass accurate we are with calling this stuff. Every person you see on here, everybody, great football knowledge, man. Great football knowledge. And so that's one thing you can be sure of when you come to this channel. You're going to get very well represented football takes from reputable sources. That's why it's good, man. Come to this channel. If you're new here, come on back more and more often. You'll see what I'm saying yourself. So thank you all, man. Let's give some pleasantries before we get out of here, Triple R.
Well, first of all, as the pleasantry guy that he is. Wait, hold on. Time out. Did we know that the Saints have traded former first-round tackle guard Trevor Penning to the Chargers? We knew that, right?
Yeah, that crown roll on your ass. Because that was literally on the screen before I put it down.
Okay, all right, cool. So where we were, Ked's a Canuck, big up, as he usually gives the pleasantries. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I'm not going through all your names because I can't see that, even though I got my glasses on, old man, all of y'all. But appreciate the love as well. Nomad Network at Ked's a Canuck, at Sports to Chicago Style. Big up to the over 500 people watching right now. Whichever network you are on, make sure you are subscribed to them all. Also, a shout out to the Bishop for joining us live with his input and his knowledge. And look at him. He's wearing glasses too. How come he don't get no shit? Ain't that messed up? So, yeah, a big up to all y'all. And we'll see you tomorrow night on Extra Sauce when Kez will be back in the house with Nomad and the birthday boy. It's my birthday. Triple R.
Get your ass hydrated by the time we get to the show, man, because you're going to need it.
Word is like dinner tonight, hydration, but I ain't done polluting my body as of yet, if it were.
I could tell, man. You rolling. You rolling, though.
LFG, baby. Hey. Until your good gets better. I'm sorry. Hold on. Good, better, best. You know what I'm saying? That Ben Johnson thing going on. That's what we all have to have because this team right now is going in the right direction. So yeah, I'm feeling it because it's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the team wise, bear down, claws up, LFG.
Before you close, Bishop, this is something I wanted to throw on your mind because kids brought up and Scrolls is bringing up Max Crosby. I just wonder what it took to get Quentin Williams and Sauce Garner, what the Raiders might have been asking for Max Crosby.
Probably a first, man.
Well, more than one.
Shit.
They was asking too much, I guess.
Yeah, that's why he's still there.
Me personally, I think that was more of his agent throwing that stuff out there than it was anything else because they just extended him. So why would they move away from him, man? I get it. They're not having the greatest season, but you don't let a talent like that out the door, man. You just don't. I don't care what your record looking like. If that's the case, then hell, Cleveland could have tried to move Miles, and they didn't. So there's certain guys, man. And I'm pretty sure they got some calls for Myles Garrett too. But again,
man,
come on, man. I mean,
while you bullshit, Miles didn't go. Trey Hendrickson didn't get moved. You know, a lot of the names that we expected to move didn't get moved.
I didn't expect either one of them to be moved, honestly. I mean, I heard, you hear rumblings, but I didn't expect either one of them. They both just got extended, man.
Right.
I mean,
not only that,
Hendrickson's a free agent.
No, he's got a 1-year contract. But the heft that it's going to take, the heft is real. You know what you're going to have to give up getting. Number one, number two is the salary cap implications once he gets it. And so the heft is real, bro. I know everybody wanted to see the big name, but you got to understand why that doesn't happen. Sometimes the heft is too heavy.
So my description of this trade deadline is true, anticlimactic.
I would say otherwise, man. I like what we did. I like what we did from the information I got so far. If that's all we did, I'm good with it. But the big names.
Hey, hold on, Nomad. Hold on, Bishop.
What happened, man?
Courtney Cronin, as of 11 minutes ago, Bears moves. Announced trade for defensive end Joe Tryon Shriyenka, JTS, and a 2026 seventh in exchange for a 2026 sixth. Defensive end Dayo Odengbo to IR. Practice squad offensive lineman Ricky Stromberg to IR. Offensive lineman Kyle Hergel signed to the practice squad.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go do some homework on it because I'm not sure who that offensive lineman is. I wonder if if Stromberg is going to IR, that means that guy's probably coming in to play center or guard. He's an interior offensive lineman, more than likely.
Swing guy.
Well, yeah. We'll discuss that tomorrow night on some extra sauce.
I'll find it out. We'll make sure we'll have all the details for you all tomorrow night, man. Don't forget to come join that show. It's a great show to come and watch if you like Bears content, but then you like to stretch your mind a little bit and get into some other stuff because we do a lot of that. We all the Bears fan addicts, and we talk about Bears all the time, but it's fun to stretch out your boundaries a little bit and get into some other conversation. Per supporter request, we have some requested content up for you all tomorrow night. I think Scrolls you can be particularly responsible for that, but some other people as well, man. But yes, so we got a great show for you all tomorrow. But don't forget, my brother over there at the Kids Canuck channel is doing his show in a couple hours at 6 p.m. Central. If you like fantasy and you want to support what we do over here, go support him over there on the Kids Canuck channel, man. So we'll be doing some good fantasy football content over there in just a few. I got to get me something to eat because I sacrificed today and didn't eat nothing, trying to make sure that we had the right content set up for you all today. And yeah, so I need to get me something to eat, man, because the brother is starving. We just did almost 3 hours worth of content. So I appreciate you all. Send everybody good love and good vibe, but I want to leave you with these famous words. If you can think it and you can see it, there's no reason in the world why you cannot absolutely manifest it. Do not, and I repeat, do not be a prisoner of your own mind. But with that being said, we are